Hello, everyone, and welcome to Waterdeep Dragon Heist Resurfaced once again. Residing in my celestial realm, in which I've been placed on the material plane to ward away evil and preserve the sacrality of my enchanted forest, I am a unicorn. But for now, I am here to play some D&D with you guys. Announcements.
I am the unicorn's horn, here to bestow blessings upon you in the form of announcements. First of all, we just want to give a shout out to our lovely sponsors, Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian dice company that supplies all kinds of amazing and cool tabletop gear. You can check out their Twitter at LittleDragonCo1 to stay updated on all their awesome products, and you can use the coupon code PROBONUS when you head over to littledragoncorp.com to get 10% off of your order. Cardboard Castle Games is a lovely game store local to the Evans, Georgia area. Please give them your patronage if you find yourself there, or check them out online if you're not there. Additionally, don't forget to check out our other games. The schedule should be posted below the Twitch video feed, or you can do !schedule in the chat. We stream every day here at Proficiency Bonus. We have games for several of the major published Dungeons & Dragons 5e modules, as well as some homebrew games, and some of our games feature systems other than 5th edition. So hopefully we've got something up your alley. We also have a community Discord with public channels now, so there should be a Discord banner button on our Twitch page that'll link you to it, or you can do !Discord in chat. Additionally, we are really trying to get some subscriber games going, so if you subscribe to our Twitch, you can sign up to play in monthly games that run by our DMs here. And the info for that is getting dropped in the community Discord, so that's double the reason to join and vibe with us. Additionally, here on Wednesdays, we just want to give a quick shout out and thanks to Adrian von Ziegler for the music that we use in the background here. He's a very talented composer with really amazing content usage rules for small streams like us. You can check out his YouTube and his Patreon, and please support him if you are able. As far as Mystic Hour goes, I believe Kristy is on a little hiatus there, so it's mostly just Star Wars or Nights Off, but check back next month for maybe some Mass Effect?
Hell yeah,
Remastered?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is correct.
And that is everything from me, unless anyone has anything else.
No, I don't think so. Okay, then we can get started with a recap of last week.
Awesome, wonderful. I am just the wonderful little pixies getting trampled under feet of this majestic unicorn marching through the Feywild. And I'm going to let you know what you missed last time on Waterdeep Dragon Heist. So, the members of the Three of Cups have begun to assemble the crew for the Sanguine Serpent, Liara's ship that she is going to be taking to bring them back to Waterdeep so that we can continue with our very not-so-dangerous lives. In our recruitment, we were able to find both Mico and Frey, who are two wonderful, if strange, members, one navigator and one cook, respectively, who in the following day did decide to kind of follow the party around and get to know us a little bit better. As we went to try and close off our officers, we were able to hire a man by the name of Victor, who is going to be serving as our quartermaster. And gosh, if only we had found him sooner, because he's going to hire the helmsmen and other people that are probably actually going to be good at our jobs. Even though Sir and Tallice got really, really good, had a really, really good vetting.
Dance ensemble.
You got the dance team.
Yeah, the dance ensemble is there.
Listen.
They're ready.
Listen, if you can do a dance routine, in unison, you can run a ship. Everyone knows they are completely 100%. They are 100% translatable skill sets. No one is arguing with me on this.
Nope, not at all.
Anyway, with that being said, the party also felt that it would be good to check in with Rilsa to make sure that she knew that we were going to be taking Calliope on a ship and that everything was secure. It was from this that we learned that Mico is actually originally from Little Kalimshan, and that now his father is one of the Rods of Justice in the town of Secomber. Very, very interesting life that he has been leading so far. Frey, as we know, is a Waterdeep regular, a Waterdeep original, so he will be going home fairly soon as well. We all went to Little Kalimshan, and while we were going to have our meeting with Rilsa, Frey decided that he was going to help out the people of Little Kalimshan who were being unfairly told, and he didn't like that, but the way in which he went about doing it was instigating the Flaming Fist. So while Frey was simultaneously instigating the Flaming Fist, we were speaking him up to Rilsa, saying that he is definitely trustworthy and that we will be able to protect Rilsa. Or not protect Rilsa, protect Calliope, telling Rilsa this. Rilsa gave us a very, very fair warning that while we are going to be taking Calliope, she is under Rilsa's responsibility and care. She is her ward, and so anything that happens to her will be reflected upon us. A very, very, very fair warning. Which is why when the party found out that Frey was antagonizing Flaming Fist and then fled Little Kalimshan to return to the inn to which we were all staying, some people were very, very understandably upset.
Also, don't forget that Tallice instigated a death pact with
Oh, was that? Oh,
Mico.
yeah, I thought that was
With
two.
Mico
That was
and
two
Frey.
ago. Sorry, yes. Tallice did instigate a death pact with them. The likes of which and the repercussions of which we will have to see. The wind will call for that. I don't know how her best friend works. Frey has been put in timeout on the ship. Sir attempted to kind of console Nova, as while she was very, very valid in her anger, he felt like possibly a little is spurred on by the fact that there are some other things going on with her right now. Tallice is just totally 100% just angry at Frey, and he has no reason to say like that there's any other reason for that. With this new crew starting to have their first little bit of tension, and the ship-off date only a day away now, that is where we pick back up in the wonderful city that is known as Baldur's Gate. Chel, take it away.
Well, you guys have spoken with Rilsa. You, I believe, said that you were going to be coming to get Calliope just for good tomorrow morning, correct? Because you wanted to talk to her parents. Okay, so then now that you guys have kind of separated and finished your tasks, I believe that you had, the day is yours to do with what you will.
I'm just fixing cameras, don't mind me.
You're good.
Okay. Because Mico came down here and Sir revealed that there was another job going on here and that we weren't 100% forthright.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't lie, but we didn't really know if we were supposed to be telling everyone about this. I think Tallice is still upstairs. Did she come down?
No.
So you're still upstairs, and Nova was just leaving the bar.
I think Nova was at the bar with you and Mico.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You were thinking about going somewhere.
I think she wants to take a day to cool down before she approaches Frey on the ship, so she'll probably just drink and then go to bed.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I could get back to my roots a little bit and make sure that all of our stuff is loaded up on the ship. That way we can just go straight to Rilsa's. I can just go get our bags and such.
Sure. Sounds good.
So I'll come back up.
So weren't you guys, because it's not tomorrow that the ship is casting off, it's the day after tomorrow.
We're getting Calliope
We have one
tomorrow
full day in the city.
so that she can adjust to being with us.
Yeah.
And then we're leaving the day after that.
Okay.
So we're leaving,
Just
if
making
today's
sure
the
I had that
23rd,
right.
we're leaving on the 25th. 5th?
Yeah, my
Yes.
words were a little oopsie poopsie. We had one more day in the city, but we ship off in 2. That's
Okay.
my
we
oopsie poopsie.
No, that's cool. I
specifically
just
wanted
wanted
to
to make
meet
sure we were
Calliope
good.
and her parents to like give her that piece of them and her that peace of mind that like we're okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of give Mico a little pat and just kind of be like, I'm sorry that we weren't 100%, but this is separate business than just the ship. So it wasn't any individual person's right to bring it up, but now you know. I'm sorry that it wasn't immediately forthright, but your job shouldn't change. Just get us to Waterdeep.
Okay.
And he'll go upstairs so that he can start collecting our things. And I'll bring them over to the ship.
Well, I am cooking some dinner for me and Victor,
Okay.
because Victor said he wanted something to eat last session. So
Okay.
I am going to make some like baked fish with some kind of like probably like drizzle some lemon on top of it. You know, all good. You know,
Ooh.
so,
Okay.
some good baked fish.
Liara's ship is a very nice one. It probably too nice. And as such, the supplies and the equipment with which you have to cook is probably a little bit more than what you may have expected just for a galley on a ship. So your digs are nice.
Cool. I will put some like a light coating of flour on the fish also, and you know, yeah, I'll go like all out. Is the captain on board by any chance?
No, not right now.
Dang it. Okay. But yeah, I'll just make some fish for me and Victor. I'll go hand it to him.
Okay.
Hopefully this is up to your liking. It's very good.
You know we're only going to be on the ship for 5 days, right?
Huh?
We're only going to be on the ship for 5 days, right?
Wait, yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't have good food for those 5 days.
It's just far more effort than any other
I just
chef
really
or
enjoy
ship
cooking.
is going to put in. I see that.
Can I get you anything else?
No,
All
I'm
right.
good.
Oh my god, he's like
You mind if I join you, or you want to be
No,
alone?
by all means, sit.
Sure, I will sit down. Now just have some small talk with Victor, I guess.
He'll eat.
Yeah.
So you don't strike me as a sailor.
I mean, I can be. I've never done it personally, but I've been on a ship before. That's
You remind me what Frey is wearing.
kind of like this open shirt that has like a very long V, like that can be buttoned up, but is only like halfway buttoned up. So it's like it has like this very deep V. Yes, he's like kind of like almost kind of like I forget what the pants style is called. Artists that help draw
Harem
Frey.
pants?
Hammer pants.
Yes, it has like
Okay.
these really baggy pants. Some nice leather boots though. That and also he has some underneath like the really baggy sleeves. He has these like leather bands that has, if depending on how well he looks, has little throwing knives in them.
Okay.
And then of course has that little mask off the side on his sash. So.
Have you ever been on a ship?
Oh yes, when I came to Baldur's Gate, I took a ship faster
Were
than
you
land.
working when you did it?
I was a chef.
So not a sailor.
No, I like I said, I am a fast learner, and I can wouldn't mind learning, but also going to be.
He kind of
busy in the
gives you
ship.
like a once over. I would just be interested to see is all. When you're not cooking, You're going to need to be doing some other chores, right? You're not going to just be here in the galley.
Sure. I mean, that's fine. What else did you have in mind?
General cleaning.
Oh yeah, of course.
We always need someone to mop.
Okay. Sure.
Or have you ever done anything in like the rigging? You said you worked on a ship before.
No, I have not. I can climb very well. So if you need someone to like scale the mast,
That's only half of the equation.
it's called a mast, right? I think it's called. Yeah.
Yes, it's called a mast. Do you have any navigating experience? Any experience reading the stars?
Nope. That's why we got Mico.
Just because Mico is the navigator doesn't necessarily mean that others on the ship should not also have that skill.
I mean, I was just hired to be the cook, though, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I was also hired to be the navigator.
And you were hired by those other individuals, yes, the ones who hired me, who have no experience hiring a crew for a ship whatsoever.
It didn't seem like it, no, but I mean, they're pretty nice. If you get to know them, I think. Although one of them did yell at me.
Did they? They don't seem to be very capable of any sort of authoritative action.
I mean, I'm sure they have it. I'm sure they have it in them. Everybody has
Mm-hmm.
things, that they don't like to show off. So, like upfront about things.
Mm-hmm.
Like you. You said you weren't much of a dancer. I think you might be a good dancer. I think you might have been lying.
Do you?
Yes.
He's just looking at you.
Cool. See, you're a fan of staring contests also, but that's fine.
Do you just like to talk to hear your own voice?
No. How I was raised, didn't have many people to talk to, so it's always nice to have someone to communicate with,
And how are you raised?
Very sheltered.
I get that. I'm reading that.
That doesn't mean I can't defend myself, though. Don't take that the wrong way. I am totally fine with self-defense.
Okay. Well, you're the
anyways.
chef. So you're the chef, so I'm not really expecting much in that way out of you.
That's that. I think you're judging a book by its. How does that saying go?
Judge a book by its cover?
Yes, that.
I'm not judging a book by its cover. I'm telling you what your job is, and it's not necessarily to defend the ship, is it? It's not what you were hired on for.
So now I'm getting mixed signals, though, because then if I'm not hired on for that, then why would I be required to do anything else, like the rigging or anything, if I wasn't hired on for that, if I was just the chef?
Cross-training is important.
Sure. Well, I'm always here. Would you like some breakfast in the morning? I make a very good omelet.
Sure.
Cool. It was nice talking to you, Victor. Hopefully you enjoyed the fish.
It's delicious, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll take your plate. As long as hopefully he's done.
Sure.
I figured he's done. Take
Pass
his plate.
it too.
Go do the dishes really fast. I don't know.
Okay.
Is there rooms here? Like,
Yeah.
or there's like bunks? Like, I don't know. Like, how is the rooming situation going to be?
The way that the ship is set up, there is the main deck that has the aft deck and the foredeck, under which there are rooms, and then there's like a hatch that goes down into the next deck below. That deck is a storage deck, for things that are going to be more directly needed for things that are going on the main deck or below. So it's just easily accessible by both places. The next deck below has the galley. It has like a common room sort of area for the crew to be, and there are some quarters here. Usually the quarters here are for the officers of the ship. They're a bit more nicely appointed. And then the next deck below is where the quarters are for the rest of the crew. This ship is generally like a skeleton crew of this ship would be about 20 to 25 people. Like the best like amount of people for a ship like this would be closer to about 40. So there are quite a few like sleeping quarters in this area for just general members of the crew versus the officers. They're not great. It's basically a hammock and there's like 2 or 3 in a room, so you'll be sharing with people. But that is kind of the and then one more deck below, so there are 4 decks total, is another storage deck, but that's for more like extra masts, extra sails, things of that nature. And then there is also a small common place just as you come down the stairs into the sleeping quarters deck of the ship, which basically it's just got like 4 or 5 different tables, and that's where people play cards or gamble when they're not doing anything. This is also where some of the crates of alcohol are kept, because alcohol is a good way to get calories while you're out at sea. So yeah.
Well, I after doing the dishes, I will go back up and find Victor.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
The head chef is considered an officer, right? So I get one of the rooms. Correct?
You want to know if you're an officer of the ship?
Well, I thought since the head chef, I'm the head of, I guess, my department.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh. Okay. Oh, wow, an 18. Okay. 20. I mean, that food was good, right? Definitely worth.
Yes.
Sweet. I will go claim an officer's room.
Okay.
Thank you, Victor.
Liara's gonna beat him up later.
He'll like it.
I will go pick an unoccupied officer's room and put my stuff down.
It's far better appointed than the the hammocks that are provided for the rest of the crew. There's an actual bed. It's not necessarily the most comfortable bed in the world, but it's a normal bed all the same. There's like a desk. There's a little like an armoire that or like dresser that is set up in there as well. Yeah, it's better than a hammock.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna hang out.
Okay.
For the next day or so.
Okay. Anybody else have anything?
For anybody on the ship, or make food for anybody on the ship, but that's all I'll be doing.
Sounds good.
After like a little while, I don't know if Nova is like still around, but like before she's like come up, I'm gonna get on my earring, and Sarah's gonna hear this, but like whatever. And I'm gonna say, hey Nova, where are you right now?
I'm at the bar, just drinking. I'm going to bed.
Do you want to go
soon.
for a walk?
Sure. That's probably
Okay, I'm coming down right now. Can you get a bottle of like wine or just something for the road?
Absolutely.
We'll just walk around.
Good idea.
Cool. And then I'm gonna go downstairs.
Sir would probably, Sir would be out of range
you're out
of that.
Range because you're taking stuff to the ship.
I'm taking stuff to the ship, so I'm out of range of that conversation. So it's just you guys.
I'll come down.
How much for a bottle of wine, Chel?
It depends on the quality. What kind of quality would you like for your wine? Do you want like the equivalent of like a $7 bottle of wine from the liquor store, or do you want like something really fancy?
Let's go like $20.
Okay, I would say for like a $20 bottle of wine, we'll call it 2 gold.
Sure. Not great, not the best, but definitely not the worst.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's like something in my eye.
Mico, where are you while this is happening, just so I know?
He probably shortly went after Sir was like, I'm just gonna go like do my thing. He probably just went back up to the room that he and Frey were sharing, and he's
Okay.
just chilling in there.
Cool. Just making sure. Nova and Tallice, you can go ahead.
We will start just walking aimlessly, and I guess like I'll let Nova take the lead. Actually, you know what? Ooh, I'm about to be real mean. Nova, can we like maybe like make our way to the wide? I want to get some things.
Sure. I don't know how much is still open, but we can go look. Okay.
Okay.
I'll lead.
If they're not, we'll just get it tomorrow.
Okay, I'll lead her to the wide.
How
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I guess stressed is probably the correct term here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it. That definitely took an already kind of like stressful situation and just kind of like made it.
I know, I probably shouldn't have
was it
yelled
worse?
like that.
No, sometimes you're allowed to yell. Honestly, like, we don't know him.
I know.
Who gives a fuck if you yell at him?
Well, we do have to spend 5 days with him on a ship. Like, I should make sure that there's at least some professional rapport, and that wasn't really professional of me. I'm not saying
So?
what I said was wrong, but I should have done it in a healthier way.
I mean, maybe, but sometimes I feel like, I don't know. I just think that, like, I don't always, like, think about the things that I do. And I understand that. I kind of just do what I want to do when I want to do it. But, like,
You're like the wind.
yeah. I'm just, like, worried now that, like, is it going to be a problem if we're trying to bring Calliope back through that gate? Or, like,
Oh.
you know, if people were fighting, like, at that gate or giving out free money and now the guards are just mad, are they going to come down even harsher on those people?
They probably will. We still have a day. I'll talk to Lieutenant Nathaniel now. I'll talk to him and see if he can do anything. I'm not sure where his station is anymore because he's been promoted, but maybe he could keep an eye on things while we're gone. That was my hope anyway, because that was my concern, that now that that happened, they might be taxing people just because they can now.
Yeah. I'm like a little... I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. I haven't been here in so long, so it's not like I have any responsibilities here anymore, but it still feels like my responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Ace has told me
Don't
not to
get
take
me-
too much on myself, but it's just instinct, you know?
No, that makes sense. I mean, it's like your home.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really your home anymore, but
Not
it's your roots.
Yeah.
I think... Don't get me wrong, like, I dislike the guards as much as the next person.
I know you do.
Probably more. But I think part of the issue is that, like, we kind of have been taking on a lot of these, like, bigger, like, structural issues with these places. Like, it's, you know, we've seen how things are in, like, the Field Ward and now,
Yeah.
like, with the Outer City and everything. And
Yeah.
it's, like, really hard to see that, but...
And we're just 3 people.
Like, what do we... 5.
Well,
Well,
5.
4! Frey's on probation. I have some things planned for that man.
Do I want to know?
They're harmless,
Okay. I believe you.
mostly.
Okay.
How are you feeling about, like, everything with like, Moongi?
Oh. I'm really confused. And worried.
Why are you confused?
I mean, it's been so long since I've seen him. And of course I love him, I do. But we don't know each other the way we used to anymore.
Right.
And I guess my feelings have all just been jumbled lately. Even before Moongi came back into the picture. And it's hard for me to dissect them properly because I don't dream and there's no way for me to interpret my dreams, what my soul wants to tell me. So I'm kind of just blind to it all.
Have you ever considered that you don't need to dissect your feelings, that you can feel what you're feeling at the time, and then when it's gone, and that's it? And you don't need to understand why it's happening or where it's coming from all the time? I know you love to look at your cards and understand past, present, and future causes of everything, but sometimes things just are, and they can just be, and there doesn't have to be a meaning to it, does there?
I wish I could live in your brain, Tallice.
I think anyone can live in my brain. Why is it, everyone always acts like this is so hard? But I don't understand why.
It is hard.
You know, you just think about like what you're feeling like right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could really go for some like a donut or like
Wine?
a nice salad with like a berry vinaigrette.
I hand her the bottle of wine. I don't have those, but I got this.
This part, it's a nice fruit blend. That's perfect. You know, I was really wanting like a jelly donuts. That's like basically the next best thing. And I take a big
jelly
swig.
donut to wine.
They're like basically, if you had this with bread, it would basically be like having
1 + 1 equals 7.
It's like a jelly donut, but it is like a different kind of happy. I don't know. I think like you have your way of doing things, and I don't understand it, nor am I going to attempt to. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But like, sometimes you're in a situation where you can't like separate out all of your feelings into like nice little categories and boxes and understand the root of them and where they're going to go. Sometimes it's just a big jumble, like a bunch of tangled threads. And sometimes you just gotta leave it. At the very least, revisit it at another time.
You're probably right. Could I ask you a question?
You just did.
Can I ask you a few?
That's 2. You get 1 more.
Have you ever been in love? Or like someone?
Can I respond with... I fall in love every day. The first time that I saw you read your cards, I think I fell a little bit in love with you. And the first time that Sir, like, ran to try to protect us, I think I fell a little bit in love with him. When we had our time on the beach and we made sandcastles, I fell in love with you guys again. When I went to the strange forests and got to talk to my best friend for the first time, I fell in love. The first time that I met Bramble, I think I fell in love too. When I wake up in the morning sometimes I go up to my tower and I'll watch the sunrise and I just like to feel like the morning breeze and I fall in love with that every morning. I fall in love every day.
I hug her. I just hug her so tight right now.
I hug her back. But if you're talking about, like, the kind of thing that, like, you have going on with, like, Moongi specifically, no. Davil, though, I mean, I am
Oh.
He's a very handsome man!
He is handsome.
I can't... Sometimes I just see attractive people and I, like, make poor choices. And, like... You know, sometimes, like, you meet someone who's, like, ever so slightly more charming than you, and then it's just like, I have to beat this person, and the way that I beat them is, like... You know?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Conquering this person! Do I like him? I don't know. I think he's very attractive, though. But, like, so is Yagra. So, like... So is Raynar. Like, I don't know.
Rainy is really cute.
So are you and Sir. So is Frey, but I want to punch him in the face.
Frey is attractive, but yes, I also wanted to punch him in the face.
So I guess my answer to your, like, specific question is... No. Not, like, the way that you probably feel about Moongi.
That's the thing, I don't know if I feel that way about Moongi, because he's always been the only one I've loved. And I don't know if that's right or wrong.
Well, but if he's the first person you love, why does not having any context for it, like, make that, like, less?
I guess so.
You feel how you feel about him. You might not feel that way tomorrow, or maybe 10 years from now you'll still feel the same, but I think that's kind of like a day-by-day thing, because there's some days that I really don't love you guys. Some days I do, some days I don't, but it's like, you know, I care about you, and I want to help, and I wish that you two would stop worrying about everything all the time. It's like...
So...
Who cares? Like, just vibe.
So if I were to have feelings for more than one person, that's normal?
I mean, why not? Why do you have to be, like, limited to one person? If you want to be limited to one person, then that's fine, but, like, I mean, I'm sorry, but the two, you and Sir, could, like, never provide... You could never have the kind of relationship that I have with, like, Bramble, or with my best friend, but that doesn't mean that any of those relationships are, like, better or worse than the other, they're just different. I don't know. Like, you only have one life to live, and, like, I mean, I'm gonna live way longer than you, so you have way less time to enjoy it, so, like, every day, like, you should let your 3 cups or 47 cups, or however many cups you want to have runneth over with, like, enjoyment of your life. Like, what does worrying about what the exact definition or context of your feelings for Moongi, like, what does that... Worrying about it doesn't make your life overall better, but enjoying it for what it is right now, even if it is fleeting or very long-lasting, is what's going to make you look back on your life at the end of all of it and say, like, that was good. And we don't know where we go after, so you have to make the best of it now.
Thank you, Tallice. I think I needed to hear that.
I really need to get some donuts. Do you think it's too late?
I will try and find us a donut shop. One of those, like, Midnight Mr. Donuts that are open 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can find a bakery maybe that has some stuff left over as they're closing up.
Let's do that.
I'm gonna get some, like, just some, like, plain, like, glazed ones.
Okay.
And one jelly for myself, but like, the glazed ones, like, I have a plan for those.
Just go to Salune Hortons.
Hell yes! Salune Hortons!
Oh my god!
I will say if you want to get just like a dozen, we will call that 5 copper.
Fopper.
Yeah.
Can I
I'll pay for it.
can I ask them if they have? I already paid.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Tallice was like ready, like to the money.
Tallice opened the door and went, eh!
Give me all your donuts.
Sucked it.
Do they have any like plain flour? Can I get like a cup of plain flour? I'll pay whatever they want for it.
Oh no. I mean, oh yes.
Just like a single cup?
I want it to be easily concealed. So if they have like a small sack,
Like a small pouch.
like, or a container that is like easily like closed and is like smaller.
Okay. A copper.
Okay.
Flour's super cheap, and they're like, I can give you a pound, which is only 2 copper, and you're like, no, I just want a small amount. And you're like, all right, 1 copper, I guess.
They're making
Cool.
bank on that flour.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I take the flour and I put it in the bag of holding for later.
Okay.
And I will walk with Nova and we like drink our wine and then like we go back. Whenever we like go back to the 3 old kegs, like I'm gonna like open up one of the windows and just like try to like push, like if there's like a little like sofa or like 2 chairs or something, I'll push it over and I'll sit with Nova for a while and just like look
Okay.
at the stars and then go to bed.
Mico and Sir, was there anything that you wanted to do?
Does Mico have anything?
Nah, he's probably doodling in his room, to be honest.
Okay.
Gotta
He has a
take
sketchbook?
advantage of it well.
What do you doodle? Can I at least know? I'm not there, but can I know what you doodle?
Yeah, can the stream know what you're doodling?
I don't know, because I wasn't expecting anybody to ask.
Is it worms?
Sure.
What a just imagining a line full of squiggles.
A
A
whole
page
bunch of
full of
like
squiggles.
dancing worms or something.
Oh, tap dancing worms.
That'd be cute. Sir's bringing the stuff over to the ship, and he also wants to use that as an opportunity to explain to Frey the reasoning behind why people are tense. He's going to explain Calliope just to the extent that he explained it to Mico, that we're bringing a girl here, we need to keep her safe. She has magic, he wouldn't describe her as dangerous, but like she is doesn't have control. So we, he would just kind of explain, so that's why, look, if it was any other day, honestly, if it was any other day and there wasn't all this other stuff going around, we would have joined you in kicking Flaming Fist in their flaming crotches. But it's just this next couple days is just not the time for it. And I'm sorry that we didn't say it beforehand. We didn't really know if we wanted to tell the crew, because sort of like, don't talk about an issue, then no one's going to like act weird about it. But that is the reason why. Okay? So you're probably going to get your ass handed to you a little bit by the girls, and I'm not going to stop them. But I want you to have the context.
I very much appreciate it. I am knowing that now. I am very sorry for causing any inconvenience for you all. That was not my intention.
Alright, well, you'll probably have to say that a couple times to them, and it won't be, it'll be what it is. But, I don't know. I don't know why I'm in sort of a different position about it. Normally I'm a little bit more of a stickler. I don't know. But yeah.
Makes totally sense. I figured, I kind of sensed that there was a little something else behind yelling. That's fine. Yelling doesn't bother me.
I mean, even if it is something else going on, the main thing is, you know, we're talking you up.
Mhm.
And as Victor's kindly kind of pointed out, in a respectful way, we don't know what the hell we're doing. So this is a lot of stuff that's going to come back on us. So if you can show that you're going to be real good, that makes us look good, that makes everyone happy.
Well, now that
Alright.
I know there's going to be a child on the ship, I will try and make something that I think they would like. Do you have any information of like what kind of food they might like?
We can definitely ask, because we're going to bring her around the ship. But if you can, I mean, can you make little like hard sugars and like brittle and stuff?
Of course.
Maybe she could get some sweets. And honestly, I think the
quite-
girls would appreciate some sweets too.
Thank you. I will keep that in mind. I'm quite fond of caramel myself. So
There you go.
can I help? Would you like some food? I made some nice baked fish for myself and Victor. I could whip that up for you real fast if you would like something to eat.
I mean,
I can even give you some to take back to everybody else. One from Mico, of course. Tremaine, or not Tremaine, Jesus.
Who the hell is Tremaine?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I'll bring some back.
Tallice does not like meat though, so
No.
I'll have to find something else.
But I can stay in. I can eat a little bit, but it's kind of late.
Nova will eat meat, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll whip up some baked fish and maybe some like a nice fresh salad or something. Okay.
They may be asleep, but
Oh. Well, then should I not do that? I mean, it is kind of getting late. How about I just make you a baked fish now, and then I can, if you all want to stop by in the morning, I'm making Victor an omelet in the morning. If you want to come by for breakfast, I will make everybody else something.
all right, Frey, I would like that.
Okay, I will. Okay, well then I'll go back to the kitchen and cook some fish for Sir.
And he will eat it, and he will. If you're giving me anything to take back, I'll take that back. But I'm sorry that you're on timeout.
Oh, I actually quite like it here. Victor gave me one of the officer rooms, so that's really nice. So,
You're not easily bothered, are you?
no, not at all.
Alright. That'll do you well. Okay. That's enough.
You have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Alright, Frey, see you tomorrow.
I will clean his plate and everything, and then I'll go back to my room.
All right. Unless there is anything else that anybody would like to add for the evening, we can move on to tomorrow, which is the 24th of Marpanoth. So if you need to, you can take a long rest, get back any spell slots or anything of that nature. But just as yesterday was, why won't that send? Today is yours to do with what you will.
I will wake up as early as I can, and I'm gonna get some breakfast, and I'm gonna open all the windows so we get a nice breeze. I'm gonna go into Sir's room if he's still asleep. I'm gonna sneak in there,
How early is as early as possible?
like when the sun's rising.
Yeah, that does beat him. He does not get up for his workout right at sunrise. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I get up like basically around then, and then I'm just literally gonna just stand over you.
You're sneaking
just-
in.
I'm sneaking in.
My passive perception's 8. I think your passive stealth is Chel's back. But I think just on our passive stats alone, you can sneak up and do whatever the hell you're doing to me.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I mean, yeah, I rolled a natural 18 for stealth, so and I have a +5.
He is snoring, and he does that thing where like he twists around, so like he's got sheets like tangled up in his horns, got no shirt on, he's got like one leg dangling off the bed, like he's a mess.
So I'm gonna go into his bag, and I'm gonna take like. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go up to Sir with just like my little bag of flour, and I'm gonna just take like a little bit of the flour, and I'm gonna just start like drizzling it like on his face, like just a little bit.
Okay.
Just so he gets a nice dusting. And then if he like does the thing where you like go to like wipe your face in your sleep, you start like smearing the flour everywhere. So your face probably turns like kind of pink looking. I don't know.
Of course he would do that, because why would he not? So it's just wow, look at that. That's great. We love that. So
I just drizzle the flour like on his face, and then not all of it, just a little bit, and then I exit.
Okay.
Wonderful, thank you.
That's it.
I didn't do anything to deserve this, but it's funny.
But yeah, you guys can all get up at your leisure.
Good morning.
Oh.
Morning. Ace, there's something on your face.
I'm gonna go try to cover Nova's mouth.
Okay.
While she says that. You look so fresh. You know, your allergies are giving you a little bit of like a glow.
Did you open the window?
Yeah, I did have the windows open like when the sun rose. There's a very lovely fall breeze.
It's not a lot of pollen in Waterdeep, but I get. Oh. Okay.
Tissue? I had a
Okay.
I'm gonna go get Mico.
I should go get Frey.
Well, are we get?
Well, I want
to. Just...
Well, no, he's going to stay on the ship, but I should at least let him know what's going on.
I let him know last night.
Oh, you did? About?
I gave him a little bit, but I also said that you probably would want to talk to him. When I was bringing the stuff over, he is really convincing with getting you to stay and eat.
What did he have you eat?
Like a baked fish. It had lemon on it. He said that he's working on some vegetarian stuff for you.
I don't believe him, and I will not eat a single shred of food that he cooks.
Tallice!
I won't do it.
He's the cook. What are you going to eat?
I have rations. I'll eat my rations. And I have donuts. I'll eat my donuts.
Why won't
a donut a day keeps the doctor away.
Let him make you something.
No.
Why?
I won't give him the satisfaction.
You can eat it and say it's bad. That'll probably really hurt his feelings.
But that would mean that I trusted him enough to try it, and I don't want that yet. He's on thin ice.
He's on thin ice, but he's not treading water, Tallice.
He will be when I'm done with him.
Oh my god. Alright. I tried. Frey, wherever you are, I tried.
I go over to Mico's. Now it's just Mico's room, and I go, and I just knock, 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 and I just keep knocking. Knock, 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 knock. Mico, good morning.
So the thing about that is, I was about to say that Mico probably also got up early, and what he probably did is that he took all his stuff. He opened the window and he would have wild shaped into a cat and just hopped out and walked over to the ship, so he didn't have to worry about carrying all of his heavy stuff.
Oh, smart!
That's smart.
That's super smart.
So he's probably not actually in there.
So okay, then I'll knock for like 3 minutes. Probably until somebody else comes out into the hallway.
Open the
Like,
door.
can you fucking knock?
Yeah.
And then I will just like I'll try the door and see if it's locked.
I mean, if He left it locked.
Nah.
It's not, no.
Okay.
I go in and I look for Mico.
He's not there.
I look for worms and rats on the ground to see if he's hiding.
No.
No.
Oh no! Did he tell them? Did the wind take him away? I close the door and
You do see an open window.
Your best friend killed him. He broke the pact.
I go back to the room. Hey, did Mico tell you guys anything weird? Like last night while you were down, like wherever you were?
No,
Define weird.
I was with
Is
you.
like anything really special or unique about himself?
I haven't seen him since I was drinking
Last
at the
night?
bar. Yeah, no, he was
Okay.
just a little upset that I.
He was a
upset.
little upset. He was a little upset because we didn't tell those two about Calliope.
Yeah, and that's why he was upset at me because I got mad because they didn't know.
Are we getting
Okay.
bad at making friends?
Well,
I'll
since
speak for
Mico-
myself. Am I getting bad at making friends?
I mean, since Miko's not in his room and all the windows are open and the door was unlocked, maybe. But
think
I
we need
will say,
Raynar back.
I will say that I think I told you guys this yesterday, but I made like a pact, like a thing. I threatened Frey
death
and Mico.
pact.
Yeah. And so like there's a chance. It doesn't sound like he broke it, and I cannot tell you the conditions under which it would be broken because that would be foiling my plans, but he might have broken it and turned into wind.
Tallice?
Your god can do
Yes.
that? Your friend can do that?
I don't know.
Did you kill Mico, Tallice?
He might have been swept away to the Feywild.
I've never killed anyone. That would be
Our
quite...
navigator can't go to the Feywild!
I can navigate the Feywild.
He needs to navigate our ship!
I'll navigate.
No.
Yes.
Maybe. Actually, I mean... No! We need to find Mico. We need to get Calliope. Oh my god. We have one day.
We have a lot to do. Well...
You gotta say bye... Oh, god.
Sorry, I'm just picking my spells. I could, in theory, out of character, use another detect object.
I mean, we've got a day in this city, so if you don't think you're gonna use your spells for nothing, but... Did he leave a note?
No. I didn't look for one, but I did look for worms, and there was no worm was there with a message.
Did he make his bed?
Probably not. Did Mico make his bed?
Nah.
Yeah, Mico strikes me as like a blanket nest person.
Yeah. Sometimes he doesn't even sleep in a bed. He's fucking...
There was a pile of like very nicely arranged blankets in the corner of the room. If that's what you mean by making his bed. He did make a bed.
Was his stuff gone?
Yes.
Oh god, we're assholes. I think we're the assholes. I think we're weird.
Yeah. Why don't we maybe we should get... Why don't we just like... I don't know. Should we get Calliope and just get her to the ship?
I know that that way we don't have to bring the, maybe we can check and see if maybe Mico went back to Little Kalamsham because that is where he's from.
Right.
We can get Calliope and then we can go to his ship because at least we know Frey's there and maybe Mico went
Okay,
there.
sure.
Okay.
And if we still can't find Mico after we get back to the ship, I will use locate object and I will use my boots to go try and find him without crossing the borders of the gates because I'm going to get in trouble for that again.
I write like 2 quick notes that's like, Mico, if you haven't been turned to the wind and you come back here, we're going to the place we went yesterday. And then if we don't find you, we're gonna go crazy and run around. And I'm gonna leave one note in our room and one note in Mico's room, just in case he goes back.
Okay.
Let's go get Collide.
Yeah, let's go get Calliope.
Okay. So Mico and Frey, what are you guys doing?
Biden. Is there like up to the ship? Is it just like a ramp?
Yeah, there's like a gangplank that
You could be a trestle.
goes up to the ship.
I can't fly yet.
Oh,
unfortunately.
right.
Yeah, he's just gonna
Silence Moon Druid.
Sorry. Have it.
strut right up the ramp, just kind of like minding his own business. He's a little white cat, but he has like a gray spot over one of his eyes.
Okay.
Frey got up like early, like as soon as the sun rised, does his morning routine of workouts, mainly doing like push-ups, doing handstand push-ups, pull-ups, some squats, lunges, all that kind of good stuff. Some yoga to get the, limber. You got to get the flexibility,
Mm-hmm.
And then as the morning goes by, he'll go clean himself up, and then he will go start making breakfast for Victor. Making an omelet for Victor, because that's what I said what I would make.
Mm-hmm.
And make just really nice, like fluffy omelet with probably some kind of meat that's on the ship. Maybe I don't know if we have bacon on the ship or what, but like probably some onions in it.
Okay.
Some bacon, like a side of bacon too, if there's that, or sausage, whatever we have, and I will deliver that to Victor.
Sausage is probably going to be the more accessible meat, just because it's it's a nice mix and it's easy to make.
Sausage are inside the omelet then, and also on the side.
Okay.
So, and I will go deliver that to Victor. Good morning, Victor. Here you go. Here's your breakfast.
Morning.
Hopefully
Thank
this
you.
is will suffice for you. And
I'm sure it's fine.
well, unfortunately, I'm not going to eat with you this morning. I mean, yeah.
No,
Sorry?
go for it. Go for it.
It looked like there was something you wanted to say.
No. What were you
No?
going to say?
Well, I'm going to just. I have some. I've heard some information, and I need to get some ideas of what to make that a child might like. So I'm gonna go work on that if you need me.
A child.
Yes. I didn't say that. I thought you already knew. Shit.
Just walk away. I'm not there, but just walk away.
What was that about treading water?
So, I'm
Literally
sure
just
you're gonna
said-
find out eventually, but
We
I'm
are
going-
bringing her
I'm-
on the ship.
exactly. I'm gonna go. Ow.
You see a white cat walk onto the ship.
Victor, do you have a cat?
No.
There's a white cat on the ship.
Get
Sorry,
off.
little kitty. I
No,
bend down,
get-
like squat down, and like start to try and scratch its head.
Get it off the ship.
It's not bothering anything. Just.
That was a direct order. Get it off the ship.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were all.
I've
All right, sorry, Kitty. You had to go off the ship. I pick
No,
up
I'll
the
try
cat.
to avoid.
What'd you say?
I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, roll me a dex check.
Okay.
Contested dex checks.
As a cat.
Just dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20. 24.
Do it, Mico. Do it, Mico.
I don't even think I can roll that high.
Miauko.
I rolled a natural 1 for a 3, so.
So he scoops you up.
I'm carrying it and just scratching its head. Come on, buddy. I'll get you
I'm
some
gonna
food.
turn back.
Oh, God.
Mico just
I like just fall over. Mico
And
just,
all
like,
your
landed-
crap.
Get off of me!
You're on me.
Victor, he looks at you tiredly for a second,
Victor, it
And
was
he-
Mico. It
and
wasn't
then
a cat.
he turns to walk away, holding his plate.
Well, Mico, since you're here, would you like an omelet?
No, I'm not hungry.
Oh, okay. Well, if you change your mind, let me know. I'm gonna be working on some things to make. Would you like the help carrying the stuff down to your room or something, or you got it?
Well, I was going to just carry it in my room in a form that was easier to carry things as, but apparently since they don't like cats on the ship,
I don't know that. Personally, I think the cat would have been really nice, especially for. Wait, do you know? I give him a squint. I'm not gonna say anything, just in case you don't. Anyways, I'm gonna go do that stuff. Let's see you again, Mico.
You hear footsteps up the gangplank.
Oh, who's that?
And you turn and you see a very short woman. She's about 5 feet tall. And she has this huge mess of long, like, coiled, curly red hair. She appears to be either elven or half-elven. She has pointed ears. Tan, brown skin with kind of a wider nose and freckles across her face under her green eyes. She hops down from the gangplank onto the deck of the ship and is kind of taking a look around. She's wearing knee-high boots, like high-waisted pants that kind of have a corset-type button coming up just underneath her chest, and like a white sort of blouse underneath her clothes. She jumps down off the gangplank and kind of looks around for a minute, and then her eyes land on you too.
Good morning. Can I help you? Have I gotten a description of the captain by any chance first? I should ask.
Have you?
I don't know. That's why.
Okay.
Well, because there was the time that Tallice was like, yeah, you should go fight Liara just like for fun or whatever, and then Sir was like, don't do that.
Yeah, but did you all like, give me or Mico a description of Liara at all?
Dylan is saying yes.
I don't remember if you all did or not.
Not me.
I mean, if Victor is there, like, he'll be like, Captain, I'm sure.
He walked away.
Yeah, he walked away though.
Fucking.
So
Then talk to
no.
her like she's some random broad, man. See where it goes.
How can I help you this morning? Are you a part of the crew?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's nice to meet you. I walk up and extend my
I don't
hand.
want to
I'm
touch your
Frey.
hand.
Oh, okay. It's kind of rude.
Are you
I'll
part
back
of the
up.
crew?
Yes, I am the head chef. Would you like I made some omelets for Victor. Do you know who Victor is? Anyways, would you like an omelet this morning?
No.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so
Mico, I will talk to you later. And what's your name? I'm sorry.
Olivia.
Olivia. Gotcha. Well, Olivia, it's gonna be nice being on the ship with you. I can see, and I will talk. I'm leaving. I go back down to my room.
And you are?
me?
You are the only other person standing here with me, so yes.
Sorry, I'm just like used to people just like talking around me sometimes. So, I'm Mico. I got hired as the navigator. I'm pretty good at navigating, if I do say so myself.
Well, if you're going to be the navigator, I would hope that you are good at navigating.
I'm better than most.
I like the confidence.
Thanks. I like your confidence too. Olivia?
That's what I said my name was.
It's a very pretty name.
Thank you.
I was actually gonna go put my stuff in my room, and then I was gonna start seeing if I can chart out a good path.
Proactive.
Yeah, so I'll see you around. I love your hair.
Thanks. As you begin to walk away, she does call out, "Where's my quartermaster?"
Literally, he's walking away and he goes, and then walks past her.
Okay.
She lied to me.
She likes to have fun.
She likes to mess with people.
But yeah, he's going to do exactly that.
Okay. So you guys are off to go get Calliope? Okay. You can flash your writs to get through the gates of the city.
Are they fighting people more than normal?
Roll a perception check.
Could I also check? Or can I aid her?
That was
Either
a
way.
4.
Do you want me to give you help? Do you want to take advantage?
Yeah, look at me. I'm about to perceptify everything. Little dragon! Hey! Okay, that's a 17.
Hey!
I mean, they are always taxing people more than normal. There's always the egregious, like, your weapon is too big, or your horse is too loud, kind of taxes. So, in that sense, yes, they're taxing people more than normal, but being that is their normal, it does not appear that they are taxing people more than that.
Okay, so they haven't, like, increased noticeably
No.
since the amounts yesterday.
No.
Okay, I side-eye, like, Nova a little bit, like, make eye contact with her as we pass through, and I'm like, whew.
So far for so good, right? Mentally.
But you guys can make your way through the outer city to Little Kalimshan, up the tower and along the pathways on the walls to the Kalim Jewel Emporium, where Rilsa conducts her business. You can go to the back door. Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Knock as you usually do. Your buddy opens the window in the door to see who it is.
Sorry, what was his name again? I forgot.
Fud Daddy. And then he will open the door for you to enter into the establishment, where Rilsa is sitting with the little girl, Calliope, cross-legged on the ground, with a man and a woman. It is pretty clear that Calliope takes after her mother a bit more than she does her father. She's got the same, like, long, really, like, wavy brown hair that Calliope usually keeps braided. Father appears to be definitely a laborer of some kind. He's got that, like, sun-weathered like shininess and leatheriness in his cheeks, calloused hands. His clothes look like they are permanently stained with grease. But yeah, Arilsa will look to you all as you enter, and she will stand up to greet you all.
Good morning.
Hi,
Good.
Rilsa.
Good morning. I've made sure that Calliope and both of her parents are here to speak with you this morning as you requested.
It's a pleasure. Hello.
Hi, Calliope.
Hi, Calliope.
Hello. Mom and Dad will move forward to hold their hands out to shake yours.
Yeah.
They introduce themselves as Charlotte and Liam.
Thank you so much for coming to meet with us.
Well, it's good at least to put a face to the names of the people who will be escorting her.
You know, Sir, this is Sir, and I'm Tallice, and that's Nova. But did you know that Sir is also a student of magic?
Hi.
What kind of magic?
I study. Just getting started, but I do traditional wizardly study, though I'm not fully. He's like.
Blackstaff Academy is a nice place. Sir knows
that-
firsthand.
Is that what you're learning too?
Yeah, I am apprentice to the apprentice of the Blackstaff. Or she helps me. She's not necessarily it's an official. He continues to just ramble all of this stuff. I have a book, and he holds it up like this. And I do studies on things like the weave and spellcraft.
She's like picking at her nails, and she just nods.
He like lowers.
What is her like
he, like,
vibe
lowers
right
his
now?
book.
Like,
Roll
does
an
she
insight check.
look
Yeah, I would
sad?
also love to do that, please.
Sir's just like, I'll put my book away. I thought maybe she'd.
Also, like as a reference, the point about Sir like studying there was also like not just for Calliope, but also for like the parents.
Okay.
11.
23.
Not great.
She looks nervous, and kind of shy.
Mm-hmm. Any more anxious than she was the first time we met her? About the same. How are her parents looking?
You know that kind of awkward, you don't know where to put your hands when you're first meeting new people? That's kind of the vibe there.
Okay.
Sir will kind of collect himself a little bit, and he'll say, I actually have a special sending stone just to my teacher. Her name is Temperance, or Tempe for short. She is one of the nicest people you could ever meet. And if you want, while we're on the ship, if you have any questions about the Academy, I can ask her, and she can let us know before we even get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? I'm looking at the parents.
How long is the journey going to be?
It should be about 5 days. Give or take, depending on the weather, but roughly 5 days. Could be sooner.
And you're taking her directly to the school when you get there, right?
That is correct.
Yes. Yeah, we just go, depending on where we go into the docks, we're going to go just straight north and a little bit westward. And the Blackstaff Academy is just right up the street.
And is there someone who can contact us when she's been dropped off?
Yes, I'm entirely sure that either one of the instructors or possibly
Maybe Tempe?
maybe Temperance. Maybe yeah. There should be, because between I was thinking wait, but
Tempe,
she hasn't met before.
But, so mentally, I will say, if Tallice looks like one of her parents to Tempe, I think Tempe should be able to contact, right? It's a greater chance of it working.
We can try.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. We'll make sure that someone lets you know. If not immediately via magic, I'm sure that there are people that are waiting to let Rilsa know that the job is done, and then she'll also be able to tell you. Right, Rilsa?
Okay. Yes, that is correct.
So as soon as we are able to get word to you, we will let you know.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you think that we need to know?
I would give them the name of the ship that she's on, just so they know, because it's like I know when my mom sent me on a flight to Japan, she's like, "Give me the flight number," so I know. So
Yeah.
I would give them the name of the sanguine of the ship,
Okay.
so they know.
And so we'll say, the chef, because there is a chef on ship, would like to know what things Calliope likes to eat.
And the parents kind of give her like a, "It's okay, you can tell them." My mother makes like these griddle cakes that are very good.
Well, I don't know if they'll be able to beat your mum, but I'll tell them to try and make a few for you for the trip, alright?
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to see the ship? I'll look up at the parents. Would you like to as well?
No, I think this needs to be her independent thing now, given where she's going. So,
Would you like a couple minutes? We can wait outside.
yeah, that would be nice.
Before we exit, I'm going to hand 2 paper birds, one to the parents and one to Calliope, and I will tell them how it works. So if at any time you're feeling lonely or you want to check in with each other, they will find their way to you.
Okay.
And I will leave.
Can these things fly all the way from Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep?
Why the fuck not?
If they don't get interrupted?
I would assume so.
Cool.
Mhm.
Dope.
Rilsa will step outside with you guys. Shut the door behind her.
Have you been in Baldur's Gate proper? Have you ever left Little Kalimshan yet?
You're asking Rilsa that question?
Oh wait, no, you said Rilsa came out, not Calliope. Sorry.
No,
That's
you're
for
good.
her. I'm sure that Rilsa's been in Baldur's Gate proper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's just
be like, yeah.
let's just
I live here,
roll that
bitch.
tongue. Let's just roll that tongue back up in my mouth. Never mind.
No, you're valid.
So is everything prepared?
Yep, crew's all put together. Ship's just kind of making the final preparations, but we're good to leave tomorrow.
Good. I have someone waiting to inform me whether or not she's been dropped off at the Blackstaff Academy. Once I get word, then the adamantine will be dropped off to your establishment.
Thank
Nice.
you again.
Thank you.
Of course.
I must admit, we've worked for a lot of people. You've been definitely, probably one of the most pleasant to work with.
Pleasant and reasonable.
Just because the nature of my work tends to attract less than savory individuals does not mean that I have to be.
And I don't know when we'll be back in Baldur's Gate again, but if you have people that can speak to us either through Mert or other ways, well, you know where we're going to be.
If this goes well, it may not be the first time that I attempt to contract you to do work for me as well. There's plenty of work that I do that is not illegal.
Clandestine.
Exactly. So if you would prefer to stay out of that side of the business, I'm
Maybe
sure
for
I
a
have
little
plenty
bit.
eventually.
Maybe for a little bit. The next few weeks are going to be a little bit busy for us. Oh god, we got a party to cater.
Yeah.
You've got your toes dipped in quite a few different businesses, haven't you?
We do.
Mercenary work, running a tavern, catering.
Running a hookah bar and Tarot Dream Lounge. We literally
Being
have
amazing.
multiple businesses, don't we, huh?
We go where the gold goes, I suppose.
I guess we are adventurers now.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How would you feel about taking on a new employee in your bar?
I get what you mean. I understand what
wants
you
to
mean.
expand.
I
No.
get your, Rilsa. You want to keep eyes on.
You just have such a wonderful location
Mm-hmm.
in the north ward of Waterdeep, and it would be, I think, enterprising for me to have someone who works for me also work for you.
I go on my earring and I say, "Doesn't bother me."
I trust her.
What do we need?
Wait, what did Sir say?
What do we need?
I mean, more
I know that's not the important part of this, but
more
like,
people
let's at
to
least get
bust
someone that can do
tables,
the job.
Honestly, more people to bust
Honestly?
tables, or someone to help me upstairs. I already have 2 people upstairs, but like more people to bust tables is never a bad thing.
I can provide somebody with a variety of experience. If you need just somebody to work in the kitchen, I can provide that. Or if you need a manager to run the business while you are away, I can also provide something of that.
Oh, we
nature.
do kind of need that.
Oh.
Yeah, we could use that actually.
I mean, they
If-
may have to fight out Bramble for the position, but we'll see.
If that is fitting for you, that would honestly be the most ideal for me as well, given the client list that could be developed from somebody in that position.
And it would probably help us the most as well, since we do have multiple.
We go places sometimes, and then we just kind of have to tell the kitchen staff, like, "Do your best."
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea, Rosa.
I'm worried that we're going to come back from this and some people are going to give in their 2 weeks.
We're a very nice place to work. We pay them quite well.
Or they might ask for a raise.
Well, then fine.
Okay.
We'll give them a raise.
After
Yes,
everything that's
a
happened
manager.
around the 3 of Cups and the Troll Skull Alley, I don't really blame them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A manager would be most appreciated.
Yes, absolutely.
But
That
I
can be
don't know-
arranged.
I don't know if they're going to be able to come on this ship. Will they just find their way to us?
I'll take care of it.
I love
Ooh.
a person who says that.
Love having to do no effort. Wait, can you tell them, like, listen, there has to be like a secret call sign. Can you tell them, like, the crow flies at midnight, and they come to us and they're like, "Hi, my name is whatever. The crow flies at midnight," and then that's how we know that they're like your person, or like something like that, like something cool.
Sure, I will give them something to say to you. We will. The crow flies at midnight is okay. We can do that.
All right.
The door will open,
Priorities, I love it.
and Calliope will exit with her parents, guiding her. I'm ready.
Yeah?
Yay.
She's got like a little backpack on.
I'm just thinking about like a little like animal backpack.
Little kid backpack, yeah.
A little
And
kid
she's
backpack.
actually you can see now that she's like out and ready. She's got like a cloak on, but she actually does have like leather armor on.
Oh, damn, girl.
That's like great, but also so sad.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we're gonna go down to the gate.
And then the ship.
Rosa will hand you the money for her tax to get through. She gives you just like a gold.
Real
Oh.
sad.
Don't worry about it. Just keep that. We're fine.
Okay.
She's our responsibility for the next few days till we get her to the Blackstuff Academy. We don't mind paying her gate toll.
Okay. Have a safe journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Charlotte. Bye, Liam.
Parents will hug her one last time.
We'll be in contact.
And she
Then
will
we go.
begin the walk with you out of Little Kalimshan and out of the outer city.
I'm
Hey,
just gonna-
Calliope, do you want to be invisible?
What?
Would you like to be invisible?
Sure.
Or I can be invisible.
2 points at you.
Okay. I'm like actually going to become invisible. So don't, just be ready for this.
this whole time
She's,
as we're
she's
walking.
gonna actually do it.
Yeah, like this. I'm also watching for this particular moment, but I'm going to be watching until we get to the ship. I'm just going to be focused on Calliope's moods. I'm just going to try and sense, like, if it gets too overstimulating or something. I just want to be hyper vigilant on her
Okay.
current state.
Roll me just an over-encompassing insight check
Sure.
for that.
And how old is she again? Because I always badly interpret child NPCs. on
True.
their
She's like
age.
10, right?
She's 10, yeah.
Okay.
So you can actually talk to her like a person. Like,
Yeah, so
she's
she's- yeah, so
old enough
she's-
to like.
Yeah, she's not like a. Do you want to hold on my hand?
It's
No.
a
No.
dirty 20.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind as things move forward.
Thank you.
I do like the little Fortnite dance, and I go invisible. Like the little floss dance, and then I'm invisible.
You broke Derek.
Derek, Fortnite is a fun game.
He's Apex. Team Apex.
And
She,
That
like,
is not.
reaches out to touch to see if you're still there.
I stay in place. Normally, for like, if it was Sur or Nova, I would like prank them, but I just stay exactly where I was when I cast it. So that
She
can-
smiles. The smile kind of breaks through that, like, I'll say stoic for lack of a better word. She's just kind of just going through the motions, but she will smile.
And now I don't have to. Well, I pass her my writ. Pass her my writ.
She
That will
takes
work.
it from you, but she's like, "Cause you're breaking the rules."
There you go. Now we don't have to pay anything to get you through the gate.
I fucking love you, Victoria.
We're gonna
Save
have
2 copper.
see. We're gonna have fun and we're gonna be safe.
Yes. Let's go.
She will flash her writ. Roll me just like a stealth check with advantage.
You're gonna trip and fall on this guard, and he's just gonna be like, "Oh
No,
and
I'm
you're gonna
not.
go, "Oh!"
It's a 24. I'm not gonna try.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Trip and fall on the guard for fun.
Are you guys going directly to the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frey, you wanted to go shopping?
Well, I can't. I don't want to go shopping. So I'm gonna go find Mico.
Okay.
Oh, listen,
He's
being a good boy and
listening.
staying on
Wow.
the
I'm
ship.
so proud of you, Derek.
Hey, Mico. Could you do me a huge favor?
I'm like in the middle of like charting.
Wait, yes, but this is specific. I need it really fast.
Okay.
I could you go pick me up some things from a nearby market?
Like what?
Do we have mulled wine on the ship? Is that because you said there was alcohol? There's not.
There's just
There's
rum.
like rum. There, yeah, it's rum.
I need a bottle of mulled wine. Do we have like seasonings, like your typical like seasonings, like
Salt.
cinnamon, cloves, that kind of stuff, like
You
that?
probably
like
don't
fantasy
have like
equivalent?
cinnamon, because cinnamon
Okay.
is a bit more of a luxury like spice, but you've got basic like garlic, salt, pepper, things like that.
I need you to pick me up some cinnamon sticks. Also, some. Just get me like 6 oranges. I need a lot of oranges.
Okay.
Is there sugar on the ship?
Expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see what else I need.
He's got a full-on recipe.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Oh, some kind of syrup.
Okay, I'll do it under one condition.
Sure.
I want to get navigator's tools and painter's
Well,
supplies.
how much do those cost?
I don't know.
Do I know how much those would cost?
Painter's supplies are going to run you about 10 gold.
Okay.
And navigator's tools, I believe, are 25. So it's 35 gold total.
Sure, I can do that. I will hand over. Do I know how much these all these ingredients that I wanted would cost?
Well, so
I know the
I'd
mulled
say-
wine's probably expensive, but
yeah, the mulled wine for a bottle is gonna probably run you about a gold or 2.
okay.
Cinnamon, for a pound of cinnamon is about 2 gold. So I guess it really kind of depends on how much cinnamon you want.
Don't necessarily need a pound. We'll say a gold worth of cinnamon. How about that?
So
it's
half a
2
pound?
gold, about a half pound, yeah.
Okay. Oranges are another one that's kind of a little bit harder to come by. Usually oranges come from further south, like Tavern. And that's probably for 6 oranges. It's probably about 3 or 4 pounds. It's probably going to run you about 3 to 5 gold, depending.
Okay, so 30. So that's 37, 38, and then you said the oranges were how much? Sorry,
About 5 gold at the most.
about 5. Okay, so I will hand Mico 45 gold pieces. That should be plenty enough to get all the stuff that I wanted
Mm-hmm.
and the tools that Mico wanted. So
Okay.
Haha. Okay.
thank you, Mico. This was going to really help out a lot. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Mico will get up halfway between charting. He has a little undetailed doodle of the coast with a map open next to him so he can check and reference. And he's been writing down notes on it. So he gets up and he just kind of taps out the room.
All right. So you can head off to do that. There are plenty of stalls that get set up by the docks, because sometimes merchants just don't want to spend the money to get through to the upper city to go to the wine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty easy for you to find a place to grab, at the very least, all of the foodstuffs and the navigator's tools. Being in the dock probably takes you a little bit longer to find the painter's tools, but or painter's supplies. But I'd say at most an hour to get everything
Okay.
before you can head back to the ship. And so you can add those tools to your inventory.
I will be doing that. Thank you.
I'd say you'd probably be getting back to the ship about the same time that Tallice, Nova, and Sir are arriving at the ship with Calliope.
Wait, we see Mico?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Mico! And he's totally fine and not wind.
What?
I wasn't sure if you perhaps
There you
broke
are.
a promise and turned into the wind.
Tallice is talking to you. She's invisible.
Oh, yeah, hi, it's me. I'm right behind you.
That's
I'm
not
ready.
creepy at all. Well,
I pick up a little bit of Miko's hair and I'm just picking it up and
when you let go of it, it falls slower, it's falling in water.
Calliope is looking over the ship while you guys are talking.
Yeah, I was just doing some shopping for the guy in timeout.
Oh. Well, at least he listened and didn't leave. Okay, I guess that's on me. I will... Calliope, Tallice and Sir will show you around the ship. I have to go talk to the chef. And I will convey what you
Okay.
want for food.
Okay.
Okay.
I met your captain.
Oh, you met...
Yeah, you didn't tell us what she looked like, so she called herself Olivia.
You didn't ask.
Olivia.
He makes a face at you.
Captain Olivia.
No, we know her name.
Yes, her name is Captain Olivia.
You don't need to, like, try to trick me.
Why am I tricking you if that's what she told you, that her name is Captain Olivia, and why would you question her?
I didn't. I'm questioning you.
Who am I to say her true name?
Look, you signed on to a ship and then didn't ask any. We said, do you have any questions? And you didn't say, what was the captain look
Walks
like?
away.
We don't gotta do everything.
And we have all of our stuff is like here now, right?
I brought
like,
it
Sir
here for
brought
you.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
What is the like figurehead on this? If the ship is called like the Sanguine Serpent, is the figurehead like a big like sea serpent?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I go show that to Calliope first.
Why is that on the ship though? Like, why is it carved like that?
You know, I don't know. I feel like they do it because it's like a call sign, and so you see the snake and you can be like, oh, that's the Sanguine Serpent. I would
the
put
flags on ships before.
Oh, I actually probably should know this. Yeah, that's what the flags are for, but the front part looks really cool.
Aren't the figureheads more of a like not
decorative?
a superstition thing, but like a
It's
like a
well, like
wording?
naming the ship. You're always supposed to name your ship because it's bad luck not to. But I don't know about.
Roll history check.
I don't know. That's a whole 3.
Can I try?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of ships.
I lived on one. I don't know this. Damn.
Oh, it was almost a 19. It's a natural 1.
It's to look really cool, right?
Yep.
They're to look really cool.
I mean, Dylan doesn't know, so Dylan's guess is going to be Sir's guess. I believe sometimes they're a little bit of a... They are decorative, but they are, I believe, sometimes seen as sort of like an embodiment of the ship, more kind of like the ship's identity, and sometimes it's to protect the ship and keep it safe.
If you had a ship, what would you make your figurehead? Mine would be a fairy.
A dragon.
Ooh.
Nice.
You like dragons?
I've always wanted to see one.
Do you have a favorite color dragon?
I think the gold ones are really cool.
Ooh.
Well, did you know gold coins in Waterdeep, I'll actually pull one out, because all of our money is Waterdeepian, are called golden dragons.
But they're not dragons, though. They're coins.
They're carved
6
like little
miles.
ones. Well, you are very smart, so I guess I'm not going to be pulling the wool over your eyes over this trip. But maybe we'll see a dragon flying over while we're on the ship. Who knows?
I thought they were super rare.
They are, but rare things happen on the sea all the time. For example, have you ever seen a shooting star?
No.
They're pretty rare, but if you're out on the sea long enough where you can see all the stars, you're eventually going to see one.
Well, that's because all the lights of the city are not clouding the sky anymore.
Yeah. Your parents made sure that you were very, very smart.
I like to read a lot.
Did you bring any books in your bag?
No, because most of my books I've borrowed from like the library, so I had to return them. Books can get kind of expensive, so my mum and dad couldn't really afford them. But they made sure that they took me to the library every day.
Well, I've got some of my books from school. I don't know if they're not necessarily super fun stories or anything, but Tallice has a lot of stories.
I don't read like stories. I don't read like fairy tales or anything like that. I like to read about the world. My favorite book that I've read so far, well, it's my new favorite book. Every book I read is usually my favorite book. It was a book kind of about the weather and about different cloud formations and like what they mean.
Maybe you can help Mico with our navigation. If you see that a storm is coming or something, you can let him know.
I could probably help him a bit. I could probably read, like, when the clouds look certain ways, sometimes it's indicative of if there's going to be like a storm or not.
All right. So, judging by the clouds today, do you think that we're gonna have a good sail soon? You see anything on the horizon?
So she like looks up and she's like looking around. Well, probably closer to Baldur's Gate we might not have bad weather. I mean, the sky is blue and there's only a few clouds, but if you look over there at the horizon, there's a bit darker clouds over there, and you can see that they have a bit more of a wavy formation versus just like fluffy clouds. So it's possible that we might get some rain if we head out that way.
What direction is that she's referring to? Is that just straight like west?
Is it north? Yeah. Oh, okay, west.
Whew. Well, we're gonna go out a little bit west, and then we're gonna be going north. So maybe we'll keep an eye on them, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go up on the ship? Walk on the gangplank?
Mm-hmm.
Tallice, are you here?
I yank Sir's tail gently.
Frey, you can show up whenever you'd like, by the way,
here.
Since you are on the
Let's
ship.
go.
I'm gonna be staying underneath that basically until they come down. Because
Nova was gone.
Nova's going down to find him.
Yeah. So we'll continue to show her around, and Nova can do her thing.
Sounds good. Go ahead, Nova.
Is he in the galley, the cook, like the kitchen?
Well,
Or is he in his
so,
room?
Mico came down first, so he'd probably be in the kitchen because he has his package. So he's basically starting to cook.
Okay.
So he's got the apron kind of thing on. Got his sleeves like pulled back, even though they're really big and wavy and stuff. But he's got them pulled up to where they won't fall down into the food and stuff. So
She's just gonna peek her head in and knock on the door frame to get your attention.
turn around. No, come on in. Come here.
I come over.
I'm going to pick up a small little finger sandwich, and I'm going here. Try this.
Oh, okay.
It's for lunch.
What is it? As I put it in my mouth.
It's like some kind of
Poop.
I don't know, like ham or some kind of just your typical like a finger crust cut off finger sandwich kind of thing. Has some cheese on it. Probably it's like maybe a tomato or some lettuce, that kind of stuff.
They're really cute and taste good too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. They're not very hard to make, let's be honest here, but they're nice. They're refreshing. So how are you doing?
Better. I do owe you, well, a partial apology.
No, you don't.
Well, I shouldn't have yelled at you like that. That wasn't very professional of me.
Don't worry about it.
Having a really bad day, and I shouldn't take my bad days out on other people.
I kind of sense that. That's why, yeah, you're fine. I appreciate the apology, but you're fine. You don't have to apologize for anything.
Well, I'm not apologizing for the words I said. I'm just apologizing for the way I said it.
Yeah. Yes. Now that I know what I do regret what I did. I am sorry for if that caused any problems for you or your friends. I am sorry about that. That was not my intentions. It's just when I see someone getting picked on that doesn't deserve it, kind of roused me up a little bit. And then would have been totally fine if the guard just left me alone to hand out some money. That, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
You weren't doing
but
anything wrong.
I am sorry.
Thank you for the apology. You weren't doing anything wrong. In fact, your intentions were noble. But the problem with Baldur's Gate is the Flaming Fists don't really play by everybody else's rules. They have their own set of rules.
Yes, I am finding that out. the little bit of time that I've been here, I'm realizing that...
I will say that you're not the first person to get irritated with the Flaming Fist. I've had my fair share of run-ins when I was younger with the not-so-nice ones. There's a few good ones, but
sure.
most of them can be a bit bratty, to say the least. But seeing you help those people made me feel good. Finding out you kicked him in the balls, it's a nice thought in theory, but in practice, please don't ever do that again, especially in Waterdeep. Can you promise me
will
that?
Not. Yes, I promise you I will not kick a guard in the balls ever again.
Thank you.
You're
Well, unless they're like a doppelganger or like super evil, then I'll let you know when it's appropriate.
I promise I will situationally not kick
Thank you.
a guard in the balls. Yes.
Thank you, Frey.
Of course.
Well,
He will kick them in the chest.
I know.
Yes.
Nova's not thinking that far. She's like, well, don't kick them like that.
No, I do, yeah.
But you didn't say I couldn't kick him in the face, though. Valid. Well, hopefully now, today could be a first start for you and me.
Sure.
Okay. I want to be able to trust you, and clearly you're good at what you do, and there is potential for us to continue to hire you once we reach Waterdeep.
Oh, really?
But as Tallice would put it, well, she wouldn't put it this nicely. You're kind of on probation now. So,
Okay.
but I think if I'm okay with it, but I think you should maybe work on just taking orders and not causing more problems. At least when Tallice is around, show her actively that you're working for the betterment of the crew. And I think we could definitely work on a future business proposal with you in the future.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll leave you to your work. You're clearly working on something. Oh, also, before I go, we talked. Ace told you about the little girl.
Correct.
Calliope?
Did you get what she likes to eat?
Yes. She said she wanted. Do you know what a girdle cake is?
Do I?
Like a pancake.
It's like a pancake. Is that what you said? Okay. Yeah, of course.
She wants those.
That is easy enough.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Frey.
I will be up in just a minute.
Sure. And I will go back up.
Okay.
So I am going to go ahead and get all the sandwiches together and like on a big plate. I do have, like I said, like the ham and cheese with like maybe some with tomatoes, some with lettuce, ones. But then I also have like a nice cucumber tomato one for Tallice. I don't know how good that's going to taste, but I don't personally eat that stuff, so I don't know much about vegetarian food, so I'm sorry, Victoria.
You're gonna get scurvy.
But I will bring the food up. I will stop by Victor, see if he wants any sandwiches.
He's probably working with the helmsman to like get a course started.
I will ask both of them then. Would you all like some sandwiches?
He'll probably take a couple.
Okay, I will hand them over some sandwiches. I will try and find Mico. Is Mico with the rest of the group, or?
He's probably come out onto the deck, but like he's pretty tunnel visioned on like his charting right now. So he's like on the deck looking at the horizon and stuff like that. He takes his job very seriously.
If he's out on the deck, I want to go out there last because that's where everybody else is. Also want to look for Olivia.
She is also out on the deck. She's sitting on the railing over the forecastle.
Cool. I will walk out onto the deck then. I have sandwiches for everyone. I will walk over to the individuals on the deck and the little girl.
Olivia is sitting on the railing of the forecastle, so she's a good 10 feet up in the air, and she's got her palms on the railing so that she's balancing herself, and she's just kicking her feet, watching everybody. Calliope will take a sandwich.
And I will bend down after as handing her a sandwich and be like, hold out my hand. My name's Frey. I'm going to be the cook on the ship. It's nice to meet you. And if you want anything, if you want any special food or anything, just let me know. I'll try my best. Okay. All right. Does anybody else want any sandwiches?
I'll take a second one because I already have one.
Yeah, I haven't eaten they're little small ones. Yeah. You know how you cut a sandwich up into little square, whatever. There you go. Almost called you Tremaine again.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it really does. Tallice, I did make these for
She's invisible.
Specifically.
Well, because we were slow walking with a kid, and she's older and she's with it. But would it have been an hour by now?
Yeah, I would say it was probably you probably were invisible when you first got there, but it's probably wore off while you were on the deck.
In case you wanted to invisibly steal sandwiches, I don't know, but there you go. Sorry.
Tallice, I did make these for you. Hopefully, they are good. I'm still trying to learn the whole vegetarian thing, so I'm
sure the seagulls will love them. And I take them and I just start breaking little pieces of bread off and throwing them. If there's a little seagull on the side of the boat, I just kind of give him the sandwich.
Okay.
Seagulls seem to really like it.
Well, they are pretty good. I turn around and I will. You said Olivia is up on. So I'm assuming there's some stairs up to where she is sitting.
Yeah.
Okay, I will walk up. Olivia, would you like a sandwich? I made it for everyone.
No.
All right. As pleasant as ever. And I will walk back down and just join the other people and just eat me a sandwich also.
Can I ask a quick question? Once I become visible and Liara can see me, does she look at me with any extra disdain, as if perhaps theoretically somebody in her bar might have been what was with the clown costume? Okay,
no.
Cool. I was right. Nobody has the balls to say anything.
Nobody has the balls to say a word.
Okay, cool.
Since Liara is overlooking and we are still responsible for this crew that we picked out, is there anyone that I immediately can tell needs a little bit of hey, pick it up or anything like that?
Probably with the amount of people that you guys hired, there's probably at least one or two people that are not performing at a speed or up to par that you might have to be listen, you gotta kind of.
Yeah, so well, he's not gonna immediately be yelling and stuff, but he'll be hey, we're gonna be shipping off tomorrow morning as early as we can, so this stuff needs to get done, right? Okay?
Aye.
Okay. And he immediately is that's scary. I do not know how people do that all day.
You did good, Ace. I'm actually just gonna go back into town for a couple hours just to say goodbye to Mom and Captain Nathaniel and just...
I was gonna ask if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I just want to say goodbye because I'm probably gonna sleep on the ship tonight if we're gonna be leaving as early as possible, so...
So you're just saying goodbye to Mom and
Nathaniel.
Right.
Yeah.
Not...
Is there anything else you need to check on?
Any other people that you need to possibly go...
Maybe. We'll see.
You know, your tattoo artist.
No, but just remember that we're leaving super early in the morning. So if you happen to get to come back late, just don't be too late, or the boat won't be here and you'll be stuck. And I feel like you wouldn't like that.
Of course.
She could probably fly after us if she gets back a little late. She could probably catch up with the ship. Okay. Maybe, or you'll fall to the sea.
Okay.
You want to see your room, Calliope? Yeah.
She nods. think it's a good place to take a break.
Hell yeah.
We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Alright.
BRB.
fam.
Welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon.
The unicorn just tripped in the Feywild.
Where are we? Waterdeep Dragon Heist resurfaced. We are good to go. Everybody is refreshed, ready to continue the game. I genuinely don't remember where we left off, though.
We just all getting ready and getting the ship ready.
Nova went to go say goodbye to Mom.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Okay. So before I go to Nova, is there anything that anybody wanted to do with their day?
I mean, I'm just staying in the kitchen most of the day. I'm working on the recipe for Calliope, so.
Okay.
You go.
I would probably go up to Liara and be like, yo, I've been passing. Does everything all right? Do I need to, like, is there, like, any, like, weather changes that might impact that you would know about that I don't? Just in case, because I'm not a know-it-all.
She will turn her, because she's been sitting on the railing just observing the crew. So, Frey, if you make your way up on the deck at any point, still not knowing that she's the captain, she looks like she's sitting around and just doing nothing.
Yeah, just kind of like, if I did go up there, I'm just like, I give her a side eye and just like, what is this? I don't say anything, of course. It's not my job to say something, but I'm just like, why is this person just sitting around doing nothing?
But she will take the charts from you. Why don't you roll me a check with the navigator's tools?
Okay. I am not actually proficient in these, so...
Wait! What?
Yeah, I'm only proficient in the cartographer's tools. He bought them so he could try to learn. But I did roll a natural 19.
Okay.
Okay.
So she'll take them and she'll look over them. Do you like to get creative with your charts, don't you? Is that what the...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. How long have you been doing this?
Probably since I was like... Maybe 7 is when I started.
Who taught you?
I had some old friends back where I lived who needed directions a lot, and I was already pretty good at knowing my bearings. So I would just kind of show them around, and eventually, I like to draw too, so mapping out places is easier than just giving verbal directions. So I guess I taught myself.
If you ever decide to, you could definitely make a career out of this. At least on ships. This is good.
Thanks. I do need money.
Well, good thing you have a job right now then.
I do have a job right now. Aye. I'll continue.
You don't have to do that.
Counterpoint. It's fun to do.
Carry on.
So he'll take the map back and...
You should go over that with the helmsman. Make sure you're on the same speed, or on the same page.
I'll walk over to the helmsman.
Okay. Anybody else?
Does Tallice want to continue showing Calliope around and entertaining her, or do you have something else that you're gonna do today?
I mean, I also wanted to check with you because unless you had any specific plans for her, I'm gonna start showing her how to tie some of the like sailing knots that I know how to tie from living on a ship for a year and having to do stuff when I wasn't too busy being sexy.
Yeah, because like Sir is probably going to like be like, when we're on the ship, if I get time with you, we can go over my magic books together and read about that. They're like I have the first book that I was given when I started learning that you can read, and we can talk about the Draconic alphabet. Oh my goodness, the Draconic alphabet. But I think what Tallice is going to show you is going to be really fun for right now. We can always do that later.
Okay.
I will wave her over to Tallice, and then I guess I'll just get to work, because I said that I would. So I'm gonna move heavy shit. Somehow I always come back to this.
Okay, sounds good. If at any point you catch Liara's eye, she'll give you a little wave.
He's got a crate, and he's like, he moves it.
Nova.
I'm gonna go to Lieutenant Nathaniel first.
Okay, he tends to work in the upper city. So it probably takes a little bit of walking around in the general area that you know, at least knew where he was before. He is at a different station, but he, despite being in a position of authority, tends to like to put himself like out in the thick of it. So he's generally working right alongside his people. So it just takes a little bit of walking around for you to find him with whatever patrol that he is with.
Okay. I will alert him telepathically so I don't interrupt if he's like with people.
He'll kind of turn and look over his shoulder, give you a little wave, and he'll tell the people that he's with just a minute, and he'll walk over to you. He's in full armor. He's got like breastplate armor on, but he comes up to you.
Hi.
Hello. I wasn't expecting to see you again.
Well, we are shipping off very early tomorrow. So before I left, I wanted to check in and say goodbye and see how things are.
Good.
Yeah.
Are things going okay for you?
As good as they can be right now. Yeah. I'm just really stressed. It's okay. I'll get through it.
Okay.
There is something I wanted to bring to your attention, and I'm gonna switch immediately to telepathic. So, yesterday at the Little Kellinshan Gate, there were...
Mm-hmm.
We went through, and we noticed that the guards there seemed to be overtaxing people. And I don't know if you're aware of it, or if it's normal. I haven't been here in a long time, and when I was too little to know the difference.
It is a recurring issue. You said by the Basilisk Gate out
Yeah.
into the outer city.
Yes.
I can look into it. I can see who's been posted there recently.
I should also be honest with you, still telepathically. One of our hires might have made the guards upset because he was trying to, not so subtly, pay for these taxes out of his own pocket. And they didn't like that. So there's that. But we're taking him back to Waterdeep. He's not going to be a problem ever again. I've already yelled at him.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They shouldn't be reacting poorly to people. They're supposed to be able to keep level heads. That's their job.
I just figured you should know. I don't know where your stations are, but maybe you could bring that up somehow.
I can do my best at the very least to see that at least something is taken care of, or at least addressed.
Thank you. Hate to give you more work, but...
It's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go say goodbye to Mama. Keep an eye on her for me while I'm gone.
Always do.
I I hopefully will not be gone as long as I was the first time. I'll try and visit more often.
He'll give you a hug.
I'm gonna give him a hug too. And Nathaniel, thank you for being there for me.
You're welcome. Where's this coming from?
Nothing, it's just I was too little to appreciate it at the time, but you really took care of me. And you didn't have to.
Well, I liked you, so I was gonna keep you.
I liked you too. Well, maybe not the first day. The first day I really didn't like you, but
No,
you grew on me.
You very much did not like me the first day. I think you yelled at me quite a bit,
I did.
but I grew on you.
Alright. I will give him a kiss on the cheek, and I will wave and head on
He'll kiss the
over
top of your head
Oh.
and give you a smooch.
and I will go see Mama.
Okay. My cat is... Despite... There's 2 doors in my office, and despite one of them being open, she's scratching at the one that's closed.
Wow. The audacity,
Absolute
Chel.
brilliance.
How dare you? The audacity. She
Yeah, I
can't
know.
commit war crimes with one door closed.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know the way to your mom's house. It's your childhood home. It's very easy for you to travel through the city. It's sunny today. It's a bit warmer than it has been, so it's kind of a nice stroll through the city to get to your mom's house. She's doing it again. She was just in here. To get to your mom's house, there's just the general city sounds around you that are kind of just bringing back memories of you walking around these streets as a kid. But you can make it to your mother's home. Are you going to her home?
No,
or
I'm going to the
bakery?
bakery. I'm going to the bakery.
Okay.
I know the hours, so I would assume she's at the bakery right now.
Okay. Yes, she is. The bakery is not too far from your home. So you can make your way there. The kind of smell of that yeasty smell of bread that fills basically this whole street during the day begins to hit your senses as you're moving that way. You can go inside. Stop.
So as I enter the door, like I'm gonna kind of like look through the window, make sure her back is to the door when I enter. So when the little ding-a-ling goes, like she'll have to turn around.
Okay.
So as I open the door, I'm like, I need 3 dozen jelly donuts.
So she's got an apron on, and her hair is kind of pulled back, and a little bit like she's got lots of wispies because she's been working for most of the morning. She's probably honestly been up since like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yep. Baker life.
But she will turn, and she's got that customer service face on for a second, so she'll turn and she'll, hi.
Hi. No, but seriously, I do want those jelly donuts.
I got you.
Thanks, Mama.
I can package those up for you.
I actually
How
come
are
around
you?
the counter and like, if there's anything that needs
Yeah.
tidying up, I'll just like do what I would normally do when I was little, just
Yeah.
out of habit.
Just general helping around.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how are you doing this morning?
Better now that I see you.
She'll like pinch your cheek.
We are leaving early tomorrow, so I wanted to come in and see you for a while. Probably not sleeping here tonight. So I thought
Okay.
I'd help out at the bakery for a couple hours.
I would love that.
Okay. I'm gonna start boxing up jelly donuts to put off to the side.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna... I don't care if Mom sees this, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put 10 platinum in the register.
What are you doing?
You know, just helping out.
You don't need to do that.
No, but I want to. I've been gone a long time. And you're always by yourself when Dad's not around. And you do so much work for this family and this business. You deserve a bonus sometimes, you know.
You're very sweet.
And I'm making money back home, or back in Waterdeep, so...
It's okay to call it home.
It's still weird.
But you're happy there.
I am. It's stressful sometimes. Most times. But it's not all bad stress. It's nice to have peace in myself and not the pulls aren't active right now. And it's kind of nice.
I just don't want you feeling like you have to not call Waterdeep home just because you have family here.
I know. It just makes it real.
But that's okay.
I know, it's just a little scary. Makes it official.
Well, eventually I hope you feel peace with calling it home as well. Sorry.
The bakery cat is just interrupting.
The little mouser.
Our little mouser. Hell yeah. I just give Mama a kiss on the cheek. Yeah, but you're always gonna be my home, even if Waterdeep's home too.
To hug you.
Alright, let's get to work. And I'm gonna go in the back and put on an apron, roll my sleeves up, wash my hands, and come back and help Mama for the day. And that's where Nova's gonna be for the next 4 hours.
Okay. While you are in the back getting an apron on and getting yourself set up, you hear the door, the main door to the bakery open again, and you hear a voice, a familiar one, call out, Miss Buchanan! I grabbed it for you! It's Moonky.
What is he doing here? Can I stealth and try and peek through the hole with the crack of the door?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Are you 14?
Yeah. When I'm back in Baldur's Gate, she is a teenager again. That's why she's got these mood swings.
What is he doing here? Being a good man and helping your mom?
I know, but...
You know that's why. It's because he's perfect.
But what is he bringing? That's not very good. 14.
He's perfect.
Okay. You kind of peek through the back room to the front where you see Moongi carrying a crate, and he's shouldering his way through the door. And he lifts it up and puts it down on the counter. And he's yeah, I tried to get the full all 20 pounds, but they were only able to give me 12 this time. But before I leave tomorrow, I can make sure to go back and see if they can get the other 8 pounds for you. They were just kind of running low this time. And he's pulling sacks of flour out of the crate.
Okay. I take a little longer, but I do eventually come out.
Okay. Yeah, they're just chatting about I wish they had the full 20. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make enough bread, blah, blah. Just kind of chatting about the picking up the order that he did for her. But when Nova comes out, he hey!
Hi. I didn't know you were going to be
I didn't
here.
expect...
Yeah.
I was just picking up a few things for your mom.
Oh, thank you.
Generally, I try to grab deliveries for her that she needs in the mornings before I head off to do other things.
Oh. That's lovely.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just... Because we're leaving tomorrow, I wanted to spend some time with Mama in the bakery. It's been a while.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
What are you doing today?
Some last minute business before I go to Waterdeep for my father.
Okay. And I'll telepathically message him. Does he know?
No.
Okay, just checking.
I managed to convince him to let me do the business in Waterdeep. And I mean, we can talk about it more later, but
I dropped the link. I don't know if I need to do a performance check, but I'm gonna be as nonchalant as possible in front of Mom right now.
From a performance check.
Yeah.
Actually, call it a deception check.
Deception? Should this be at disadvantage because it's Mom?
No, you can roll. You can roll
Okay.
deception check.
Alright, not my worst. That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, he will unload the flour for her and bring it to the back. Get it all organized on the shelf. Well, that was it. You sure you don't need anything else? He looks at your mom, and she shakes her head. Just know you're busy today, just go. And he does that, like, awkward, like, stands there for a second, like, adjusts, like, the waistband of his pants. Is just, okay, well,
I'll see you later.
I'll see you later. Mm-hmm. And he will go.
I'm immediately just start busying myself with the bakery.
She doesn't say anything to you.
Okay. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna be for the next, like, 4 to 6 hours. But so probably till, like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon is when I will head back.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody else have any business they'd like to take care of throughout the day? Before we get to kind of the evening where everybody, like, reconvenes? Okay. The more the day goes on, and the more Calliope is with you guys, and participating in whatever general activities you guys are doing with her in order to entertain her, the more talkative she gets. You're noticing she tends to babble about the things that she knows that she's, like, read in books. She also asks a ton of questions. So if questions about, like, is there a special reason that the hilt of your sword looks like this versus maybe like that, pointing at, like, a different sword, or, like, really, like, rather insightful questions you would assume for a 10-year-old. But the more you're with her, the more the more her curiosity begins to show. And to all of you, like, she'll wander the ship, and she will, if she comes across Mico, she'll, like, look over his shoulder at his charts and ask him a ton of questions about his charts. Or if she makes her way down into the galley, she will ask Frey all kinds of questions about what he's doing and, like, what each ingredient does and, like, that kind of thing. She's a very curious little girl.
I will give, if she seems like she likes the idea of cooking, I will give, set her up on a counter so she can actually see, and so she can watch what I'm doing.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm making some treats, but they won't be ready until tomorrow. So
what kind of treats?
That's a little surprise. Okay. I think you'll like them. Do you like sweet things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think you'll like this then.
Okay.
They're not just for you though, so we have to share with the whole crew, but I will keep extra for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I'll just be there. She sees me, like, peeling the orange and then separating the pieces, like the orange from, like, the seeds, and then turning it into juice and putting a whole bunch of different things in a saucepan. Heating it up, basically, and then putting the rinds from the oranges inside. Kind of
What? Why are you putting aren't we not supposed to eat the skin of an orange?
Well, actually, have you ever had candied orange peels?
No.
They're very good. Maybe I'll make some with extra. That's not what I was technically doing, but I could make it a little extra. I could actually have those done tonight.
Okay.
Have them for dessert. How about that?
Okay.
And typically raw, you typically don't want to eat them. They don't really taste all that great, but if they're candied, they're really good.
My mom makes candied pecans. Is it kind of like that?
Kind of, yes. Candied pecans are pretty good. I like.
She puts like brown sugar on them, and they get all crunchy.
I don't know if we have any brown sugar, but
do you have molasses?
We have normal sugar. I believe so. Yes.
If you have molasses and regular sugar, you can mix the molasses and the regular sugar, and that's what brown sugar is.
Well, look at you. Are very smart. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'll just sit there and cook, and have like a little side, like small talk with her, and
okay,
that kind of thing. So.
Sir would, he'll talk about his sword all the damn time. But he wants her to think of 5 questions for temperance. And he'll explain, we're going to use a spell to talk to her, and she's going to use the spell to talk back. We want to try and ask a question in 25 words. If she needs to explain in more, she might be able to. But you could ask her anything that you want to know about magic, or she probably knows a lot of things.
Okay. And that's 5 questions for every day.
It's going to probably be one. I can only talk to her once a day. Like I said, I'm not as good as her, but she might be able to message us more.
Okay. So 1 question per day for 5 days.
1 question per day for 5 days.
Okay.
And it can be, we've got my books here, so maybe I can teach you some of the basic stuff, but if you have some big questions about magic, she is very, very, very smart, and she loves people who love to learn.
Okay. Can I ask you another question?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. And so she goes to her bag, and she goes into it, and she pulls out a dagger.
Okay. Did your mom give you that?
No.
Realsa give you that?
No.
Where'd you get it?
That's a secret. But I know how to use it.
Okay, so where's the... Alright, so... Sir's like got a little bit of like sweat on the back of
Roll
his like,
initiative.
okay. Oh.
Is this in the like kitchen area? Like, am I hearing this?
No, this is like over the
Figure
course of
as
the
she's
day.
going
Isn't it?
out.
Yeah,
the
so
day.
if you're, it's just like over the course of the day. So if you want to be around, it's totally fine. You can like be in the area. I'm not gonna dictate where you can and can't be as the day goes by on the ship or anything like that. But
okay, so you've got a dagger. What is your question?
so this is much smaller than your sword. So I was curious versus how I would use a dagger. What's the difference? Like, what do you have to do with how you stand?
All right, yeah, that is something I can definitely tell you about. So it's all about weight, right? So it's all about positioning your body in a way that you're going to have as much range of motion with your blade as possible. A lot of people think a sword like this is just a weapon, but you may have heard someone say that it's for us to protect ourselves.
Mhm.
And that's true. So I want to be able to, and he'll like hold it out to the side and he'll be like, I want to be able to not only keep someone away from me, which is why it's longer, obviously. The longer it is, you want to stay away from the hurdy bit. But I want to stand in a way and hold it in a way, and I'm pretty strong, so I can hold this with 1 hand or 2. But I want to be able to have control over where I tilt my blade so that I can block someone else coming at
Does
me.
that control come from the wrists then?
It's
Or
all about...
is it an extension of more of your arm instead?
You'll over time you learn the leverage. It's definitely an extension of the arm, but the power from it is definitely coming from it's basically a big lever. So, and he'll like hold it on like his finger and he'll see, so you see how the point of the center of gravity is actually a lot closer to the hilt than it is down the blade.
Mm-hmm.
That way, I can do a minor motion here, but generate a lot of force on the opposite end. And that's what it allows it to be very, very painful.
But it's just for protection.
I only use it when I want to protect.
That's what I was taught too. The dagger is only for if I need protection. It's only to defend myself and never to hurt anybody on purpose.
That is entirely right. Some people don't know that about blades, so you're already much further ahead than a lot of swordsmen out there.
It's the same thing with guns.
I'm sorry, with what?
Guns.
Do I know what a gun is?
I mean, you probably know what it is.
Oh wait,
You
yeah,
just
wait, no
probably
one was
don't-
shot with
No
one.
one got shot.
You just they're generally
rare,
pretty
they're rare.
regulated. They're generally pretty regulated because black powder is regulated, and that's one of the necessary pieces of a gun.
Yes. Guns and swords are all very, very... I don't like to say that they are weapons, though that is true. I like to think of them as a weapon is a kind of tool. And we always want to make sure that we use a tool for the right job.
Mhm.
We wouldn't use a saw to bang in a nail. That's just
Okay,
silly.
that makes sense.
So,
But I could use a dagger to cut rope, for example. I
You
mean,
could
it
use
has multiple uses as a tool.
it does. And so it's all about knowing what it can do and then using it properly, because obviously, so a dagger, as you probably know, it's going to be better at poking things than it is going to be cutting things. Difference between a dagger and a knife. But in terms of protecting ourselves, that is why we only use them if someone else wants to hurt us, or if someone wants to hurt my friends. Then I use my sword.
For protection, yeah.
Yes. Sometimes I don't even have to swing it at someone. Sometimes they just see how big I am, and they see me holding a really big sword.
You are very big.
I am absolutely huge. I bump my head on most door frames.
Because of your horns.
Because of my horns and my height, yes. These things, it can get a little bit annoying. I think maybe I should start hanging stuff off of them. Maybe like a little bell, so I'll remember.
How tall are you?
I am about, I think, 6.5 feet tall, and then these bad boys bring it up to about 7.
That's a lot of feet.
That is a lot of feet. It gets tiring all the way up here, you know.
How tall is she out of character?
She was about to tell him how tall she was. So she goes, I am, my mom says I'm very tall for my age. I am 5 feet 1 inches tall.
Taller than me!
This 10-year-old is taller than you!
She's taller
5 foot what? 5 foot 1?
height!
Have you?
I'm 5 foot
Ever-
3.
And you're gonna
Shit.
keep growing, aren't you?
Well, I'm only 10, so of course I am.
Exactly. Well, then we need to get advantage of this before you're too big. Would you like... I've got to probably do some things on the ship. Would you like me to take you to someone else and you can hang on to my horns and we can see if we can get you there before you slip off?
Yeah.
You gotta put the dagger away first.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So now that you know I have it, is it okay if I put the scabbard on my belt now? So I'm not
It is.
hiding it? Because I didn't think it's very safe to have it in my bag.
It's not. I think that the scabbard is where it's supposed to be, and we can put it on your hip.
Okay. So she'll take a moment to pull the scabbard out
I'll-
of the bag
I'll,
and tie it to her
tighten it
belt
up.
and
Tighten it a little bit.
put
There
the
you go.
dagger in it.
All right. Your chariot awaits.
She'll
And I
grab
bend
one.
my head down low. Okay, who am I taking you to?
Surprise me.
All right. Let's see. We've got. So I'm gonna do a D6, and it's actually going to be. So 1 through 4 is you guys. 5 will be Victor, and 6 will be Liara.
Okay.
Let's see. 4. I'm taking her to Tallice. I'm gonna try and find out where you are and pass her off. so that I can go do some ship work.
I'm probably just like on the on the deck helping. I'm not good at carrying the big heavy things, but I can do other stuff that Tallice knows about, but Victoria does not.
Generally for this stage of getting ready for cast off, everybody's checking all of the knots, making sure that the sails are properly installed, making sure that there's no holes in the hull that need to be patched or repaired, making sure that there's all of the extra things like the extra masts, extra sails, things like that, extra rope is all accounted for, doesn't have holes, anything of that nature. So just kind of making sure that everything is good and ready for a voyage, making sure food is properly stored, stuff like that.
I'm like singing sea shanties and trying to get the crew to like learn if they don't know them and sing along if they do.
I mean, they're on board. I mean, they're sailors. This is
Soon may the Baldurian come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
Yeah, and I'm like, occasionally, like, I will just like pirouette to wherever I'm going next on the deck, and it's just chill vibes, you know?
Mm-hmm. But Sir can deposit. She'll drop down from his horns.
Delivery for Miss Tallice. Shake, 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 shake.
Look, I have a dagger, and she shows her.
Oh, what? I have a whip, and I show her my whip. Do I have a dagger too? I have a dagger too! I have 2 daggers, and I take out my 2 daggers!
What is it with D&D and children and being like, look at our weapons? It happens every time.
I don't ever use them, though.
Well, you're only supposed to use them to protect yourself, so.
Yeah, I protect myself with other things.
What kind?
Are your ears pierced?
Calliope's?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have something that might be useful to you. I'm gonna take out my earring of whisper. So, Sir Nova and I, sometimes we just like to have conversations in our heads so that other people can't hear. And it can be really, really helpful in, like, a lot of different situations. And just in case, if, like, being on the deck is ever too much, because there's, like, a lot of stuff moving around, and, like, just a lot of people, if you're ever, like, in your room, and you need to, like, talk to Sir Nova, you can use this to talk to them, but you need to spend, like, a little bit of time getting to understand how it works. But I feel like you're really smart, and you could probably do that. And
I
will,
can
like,
sit with it for a while.
yeah, give it, like, a couple hours, and then if you just kind of, like, go like this, and you just kind of think at the energy of Sir Nova. I don't know how to explain it until it starts happening.
I could try it. I've never
Yeah, you should do it.
done that, so I've done magic before, but it's never really been intentional.
Well, then this is good practice for something, like, more intentional. But you have to give it back when we get to the Blackstaff Academy.
Okay.
Sorry. I give her my earring.
It's yours. She'll take it.
Hey, did I ever show you my special jug that can make any liquid that I want? Well, certain liquids.
No.
I take out my alchemy
Special
jug. Alright, Calliope, you want? We can do vinegar. We got oil, water, some wine. You can't. Well, you can have like a little bit of wine. We got beer. We can make honey. Did I say mayonnaise already?
Do honey.
Okay, here, say honey into it.
Honey.
And then as she like watches it, it fills up with honey. It fills up with a gallon of honey.
Bring that to Frey. He can probably make some, like, yeah.
See?
She'll like stick her finger in and taste it.
And it was empty before when you went to whisper into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes I make mayonnaise and I just put it places.
What kind of places?
Like under Sir's bed.
But that must be really stinky.
Yes.
Wait, did she leave mayonnaise when we left Waterdeep under his bed and he's gonna come home to his room and it's just...
It's canon now!
That's gonna be so nasty, girl.
Just a dollop. You know?
What? Like a cup, and just you.
No, like a spoonful. Like a nice hearty tablespoon plopped
Okay.
under your bed.
That's fine, I guess.
That's way more manageable than the entire jar.
Yeah, at least it wasn't like you taking a spoonful and like flicking it into his sheets.
No.
And
Just
then,
under
like-
its bed.
Okay.
What
I
did
bet
you...
if Frey could do a lot of cook. Like he said, he was making some sweets. I bet he can make some sweets with this.
Yeah, you can bring that to him if you want. But
Okay.
he's not allowed to have the jar. It's mine.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll tell him.
That's not... The anchor's not directed at you. It's directed at Frey.
Did he do something wrong?
Yes.
What did he do wrong?
Existed.
Okay. I'm gonna go bring this to him.
Bye.
I hope you have a good day.
You too.
She will bring the honey to Frey. I brought you some honey.
I see that. Where did you get a
It's
jar
it's
of
a,
honey?
it's,
This is pretty big.
it's
I'll
a lot
take
of
it over.
honey. It's a gallon, I think she said, of honey. Tallice gave it to me.
Well, I'm sure I can find something to do with this.
It would be very good on top of the griddle cakes.
Oh, you're right. I will do that. Sounds like a good idea.
Mhm.
You always have these smart ideas.
Mhm.
Would you like to try one of these candied orange peels?
Are they done?
Secret?
Yes.
Three of them are done. Yes. I will hand her a. Basically, it's your typical. It's just an orange peel that's basically just been boiled in sugar and water,
Mhm.
and it's really soft. And when it came out of the water, I rolled it into some sugar, so it's covered in sugar. Now this is a secret because we can't let the crew members know that you have a sneak peek of what is for dessert. Okay,
Okay.
and I'll hand her a candied orange peel.
She will take it. She will nibble it.
That's very good.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Mico now.
Okie dokie.
And she'll go.
He's probably sitting on like the deck with like kicking his legs, and he's like, my work is done. I've charted out. I'll fix it later if it needs to be fixed, but I'm chilling. Straight vibes.
Hi, Mico.
Oh, hi.
I'm supposed to help you with navigating.
Oh,
Well, not navigating, the weather. I read this book about clouds and like what different cloud formations do, and they told me that would help with what you were doing.
it would. I asked the captain if there were any weather things that were going to get in would make me change the course, but she didn't really tell me anything. I think she likes to like sit and watch, but I don't think she likes to let tell people what to do. So I'm just gonna ask you instead, because you seem like you know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm,
And
I
he
do.
Sits and goes back over the railing and like walks over.
Well, I was telling Sir earlier, you're only going to be going west for a little bit, right?
Yeah. Any particular reason why?
Well, if you look up to the west right there are those grey clouds off in the distance on the horizon. Those are called nimbus clouds. And those are clouds that produce rain. So if we get to that way, there might be rain clouds, and we might have to alter our course just a little bit to avoid a storm,
Mhm.
I think.
Okay. He'll look at his map, and even if he doesn't like need to alter the course at all, he'll be like, "Oh, thanks for telling me. I'll get to working on fixing it right away. You saved us some time, I think."
Mm-hmm.
Good job. You're very smart. Probably smarter than me. I don't read a lot of books.
I read a lot of books. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to read books and to learn things. And the most recent book I read was about the weather, so my knowledge might be helpful.
It's very helpful. I like the sky too, but I like the night sky more.
I don't know a lot about the night sky and like stars or anything like that, but I can tell you about different cloud formations. Like nimbus clouds are lower in the sky, and altitude is what it's called. They're low altitude clouds, and they tend to diffuse really, really quickly. But then there are nimbus stratus clouds that are a bit higher up, and then I mean we could keep going, but those are the ones that cause rain. So
I see. Thank you. I'm gonna look around and see if I can do something. Do you like puppies?
Some kinds of puppies. Some are very, very loud, but there are some other puppies that are good. Why?
Well,
do you have a puppy?
I can make a very well-trained puppy, and I'll let you play with it for a little while I work on fixing this chart.
Okay.
I will cast Summon Beast, which summons a small bestial spirit, and it's going to be an earth spirit, so it's just going to be like a little Dalmatian, like a little puppy. And basically what he does to cast it, he kind of like puts his hands together and makes a magical looking sphere in the shape of a planet. And he pulls his hands out, and as he does, it grows bigger and kind of takes the shape of a portal, and the animal comes out of it and lands on the deck of a ship.
Is that something that I can learn to do?
Maybe? I don't know a lot about magic either. I sat in the woods a lot and just studied nature, so that's where I get all my expertise on that from.
That sounds really, really lovely.
It was really fun. It was something fun to do back at home. So if you do learn how to do it, I would love to see what you end up doing.
Maybe that can be my first question for Temperance, is if I can learn to summon animals and puppies.
Nods. I don't know who that is.
So tell me that Temperance works at the Blackstaff Academy. That's where you guys are taking me.
Oh, really? Playing off the fact that he doesn't know what the Blackstaff Academy is either. That sounds like a really cool place. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun.
You don't know what it is, do you?
Not at all. I've never been.
It's a school.
Oh.
For magic. That's why they're bringing me to Waterdeep, so that I can learn how to control my magic.
Can I tell you a secret?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really ever been to school in any way, shape, or form.
I haven't really either. My mum has mostly been teaching me how to read and things like that, so this is going to be my first time going to school.
Well, I'm sure you're going to learn a lot more things, and then you're going to be even smarter than me. Because I refuse to go. Have fun with the puppy. You can, actually, her name is Tara. She likes to act very serious, but she likes to have fun deep down, so I'm sure
So like me.
Yes. So I'm sure you're going to have fun together. She will last for an hour. So that's an hour to play with her. And if you want to play with her again, just come back.
Okay. She will go off with the puppy. Is there anything anybody else would like to do with their day? Nova, you can come back around 4. Now that Nova is back, or anything like that before we end for the evening.
I just want to know if Moongi shows up to the ship.
Of course he does.
At night or in the morning?
At night.
Oh damn, Nova
He knows-
booty call?
He knows you're leaving super early! But I
Yeah.
wanted to be able to give that a bunch of attention, so I was going to do that next week.
Moongi said, "Hey
Okay.
Nova, you up?"
I just had to know before we end if
Wow.
he's coming.
Yeah, he is.
Can you just describe what it looks like him coming up to the ship? Because
Absolutely.
I want to know what he's geared up with. What is he
The
bringing?
wind is like gently blowing his cloak, and the
And then-
sun's setting.
And then you can end it on that. You can end it with him
There-
like
so there
coming
are-
up on the ship.
In the evening, there are lanterns lit on the ship that are lighting up and illuminating the main deck, and most of the crew has found their way to the ship and has begun getting themselves settled. Generally, the night before a cast stuff like this is where the crew kind of congregates, gets to know each other a little bit. There's some gambling maybe that's going on, a little bit of drinking. Someone's probably playing music. Where Liara is just watching on. In the morning she will kind of give her little "I'm your captain" spiel. So there's this just nice glow that is illuminating from these lanterns on the ship. And as you guys are kind of congregating with these crew members as well, I assume, at least knowing you guys, you're at least attempting to get to know the people you're going to be working with for the next 5 days. There are
Yeah,
some
we're doing a dance routine with them, of course.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta know everything about them.
There are some footsteps up the gangplank. He's not super dressed up. Sorry. He's not super dressed up. He knows a little bit better than to wear like a 3-piece suit onto a ship. But he is wearing like a button-up shirt that he's got rolled up to his elbows, and slacks, and a pair of nicer shoes. But he's just got a backpack on his back. But he'll step up to the gangplank and he's just watching for a minute with just like this little smile on his face. Taking a minute to just kind of watch you guys in your natural habitat, basically. But he will jump off the gangplank because it's a nice step down. He'll hop down onto the deck and he will slowly make his way over to Nova and kind of put his hand on her back to get her attention. It's loud, so you didn't even hear him coming up. He just kind of...
I guess as I turn around, that's where we can end the episode.
Can't believe the player ended it.
Garrett!
Does anybody have any closing remarks?
Don't forget to check out Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle games. Check out our other games they have, like, basically every night of the week. Follow us here and on YouTube and on Twitter. Do the likes and the subscribes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next week we're gonna be back with Vigil, I believe, Derek. So
believe
catch us
so,
for
yes.
that.
Mm-hmm.
When we can actually
And
use the name Tremaine.
When we can actually use the name Tremaine,
Of
which
course,
means 2 weeks from
had
now.
to use 2 T names.
Yeah.
It'd
You
be
know.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 2 weeks we get to finally see what Nova says.
All right. Does anybody want to sign us off?
Ooh. We
When-
never get
Go ahead, Vic.
When you're a small child who's trying not to blow up every second of the day, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus.
Hell yeah!
Hey!
All right, we
Good
will
night,
see you next
everyone.
week. Good night. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.